Just follow these easy instructions. Step 1. Shop a personalized store that does all the work for you by customizing a selection for your taste and body. Step 2. Level up your closet with the best brands and fits with little to no effort. Not trying has never looked so good. Introducing Stitch Fix Freestyle, your personalized store. We're so you.
The Brian Bailey Show.
Jeff Palumbo, Associate Head Coach for East Carolina Pirate Baseball. When you guys put together your batting order, what are some of the thought processes that go through? I mean, is it the best hitter goes up there?
Well, I think that's what you've seen. You know, I think Coach likes to put in the guys who give us the best at bat, but also a guy that, you know, can maybe hit a double or hit the ball out of the yard. You know, I think you've seen that with Packard and Norby. Some pretty good ones have been in that one hole here.
Tune in Mondays at noon for The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
For dine-in or to-go, Familia is your favorite place for great Italian food and more. Familia has just launched a new menu featuring new pizzas like the Sweet and Spicy and the Southwest Chicken. Every Sunday, you can feed the whole family with a buy one, get the second pizza half-price special all day. If you need to unwind after work during the week, stop by Wednesday for half-price wine, and Thursdays, all drafts are only $2. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
Your power's out. There's a water leak. What do? For these and other utility-related emergencies, you need service, and you want it fast. There are two things you can do to get the quickest response if you're a GUC customer. First, you can call the hotline at 1-855-767-2482 and report any utility-related emergency. That number is also on GUC.com. Or second, you can give GUC your phone number. The hotline process is quickest when their account records have your current phone number. Service you can count on. Greenville Utilities.
Hey Greenville, Bagel Man here with some exciting news. We are now open for dinner. This is the first time ever for dinner in our 33 years. Our entire menu is available, plus some new sandwiches like the roast beef cheddar, the Italian sub, and the meatball parm. You can also get French fries and home fries as a side for any of your sandwiches. Order online for pickup or delivery, and don't forget about our great catering. We're available 7 days a week. We can deliver or you can pick it up. Bagel Man here.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
If you love the food at Villa Verde, and hey, who doesn't? Now Villa Verde makes it even easier for you to order takeout. Tell us about it, Jay.
If you go to myvillaverde.com, you can order online, and we'll have it ready for you to go. Plus, you can pick it up at either one of our locations. No waiting in line to pay, and no waiting at all. Just pick it up and go. With online ordering from myvillaverde.com or from our mobile app, plus even from our Facebook page. Villa Verde, with 2 Greenville locations to serve you. Villa Verde, a platform for good.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Sustained effort and violence.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Do we not agree?
It can be a total goat rodeo.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Cool, neat story.
A fat, stinky kind of dude that someone thought had a radio voice.
What's wrong with my voice?
Doesn't seem like a real bad guy, but just a bit full of himself and sees himself as a huge radio personality.
Dominating the East Coast.
He looks fat and stinky.
Oh.
And is an absolute bozo.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, hello. Welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live, coming off a bummer of a weekend. And we'll talk about it all today right here from 3 to 6 on Pirate Radio, 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington, also on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com, and watch today's program on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure you like us on Facebook, Pirate Radio, and you can watch the show there. Chime in with your questions and comments. You can do the same on YouTube. Subscribe to Pirate Radio TV and watch us there and comment on the weekend. Kind of know what everybody thought about the baseball weekend, but we'll dive into it today. If you do have a question for one of our upcoming players on the Players Lounge, you can drop it in and we'll ask it if appropriate. Coming up today at around 3:30, we will talk to East Carolina reliever CJ Mayhew. Went 3 innings on Saturday. Had a great 7th inning and a great 9th inning. Things got a little hairy in the 8th inning. We'll talk about CJ Mayhew, his weekend, and the Pirates' 0-3 start to the baseball season against Bryant. He joins us at 3:30. At 4 o'clock, we'll talk to ECU shortstop Ryder Giles. A weekend to forget for Ryder as well, with a couple of errors. Some opportunities to bring in runs, could not get it done. So we'll rehash it with Ryder Giles and talk about what he needs to do moving forward and what this team needs to do after the 0-3 start. Bryson Worrell joins us at 4:30. Pretty good weekend at the plate for Bryson. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll talk to Zach Agnos as he'll join us. So all those coming up live inside the Pirate Radio studios. CJ Mayhew, 3:30, 4 o'clock Ryder Giles, 4:30 Bryson Worrell, 5 o'clock Zach Agnos. We'll mix in some ECU basketball talk at the tail end of this hour. Around 3:45, we'll talk to Joe Dooley, another right down to the wire buzzer beater, and it goes against the Pirates just as it did in Philadelphia against Temple. Last second 3, UCF knocks off ECU. We'll talk about the Pirates returning home to take on South Florida on Wednesday and Tulsa on Saturday. So Joe Dooley joins us later this hour. We've also got some NASCAR talk in hour 3 when Troy D is alongside. We'll talk to Big Ed Watkins, former ECU football player, former jackman for many teams in NASCAR. We'll recap the Daytona 500 with Ed Watkins. And kicking off the show, to my left, Jonathan Ellerby is here alongside. Hello, Ellerby.
What's up, Clipper?
Good to see you.
How are you doing today?
Doing all right. Rough weekend.
Yeah, not the way we all had it planned out, but a rare weekend that East Carolina athletics makes it on SportsCenter twice, but not for the reason you want to watch ECU baseball. The non-walk-off home run and then the buzzer beater by UCF. Just some tough things that happened, but certainly a great opportunity to get the train right back on the tracks this week. I think the Pirate basketball team has some good opportunities this week at home to finish up the regular season. And then baseball, man, 3 straight road games. Can they get their first W? It's going to be an interesting week.
Got the Fighting Haymeyers of Campbell coming up on Tuesday on the road as they will get back at it. We'll talk to the players coming up in a little bit. We've got Chandler Honeycutt and CJ Schaefer joining us in Studio B. What's up, fellas?
What's up? How you doing?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Good to
see you.
Good to see you and them.
You and them.
Yeah, good to see you. All right, Ellerby, we'll get to our ECU baseball recap here on Pirate Radio, brought to you by Farm Bureau. Brandon Manning and the team at Farm Bureau. Now is the perfect time for a review of your home, auto, and life insurance with a trusted and experienced agent. Call ECU grad, former Pirate Brandon Manning, with Farm Bureau Insurance, 531-1812. Brandon's clients always have a cell phone number. He's available before or after business hours. Call Brandon today, 531-1812, to schedule a review and get a free quote. Shout out to Brandon Manning. He was correct on Friday. We asked who would be the first Pirate to hit a home run this season. He said Alec Makarevich, and he was correct. He knows his baseball.
Yeah, Brandon Manning stopped by his beautiful new office out in Winterville. Very, very cool stuff going on.
0-3, Ellerby.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could have said this last week that, hey, would you even remotely believe that the Pirates could go 0-3 over the weekend at home? The Pirates, I think Igo tweeted out, they lost 4 games at home total last year. And I think they've now lost 3 to start the beginning of this season. But it was tough. Controversial call on Saturday where the Pirates had a victory. And I just saw that play. What was your take on that play from where you had a good view of it from behind the PA mic?
On the timeout?
Yeah, the timeout.
I just think it's one of those, like, Haley's Comet, like, freak deals where it was just something that happened unlucky for the Pirates at the exact worst possible time. If that had happened at any other moment in the game, it wouldn't have been as big of a deal. But the first base umpire, Max Stokes, calls time. Pirates hit a home run. It almost looked like Stokes was then... I think if the first baseman would not have pointed at him, like, he called time, time, then Stokes might have just kind of hit it. Game over, run off, Pirates celebrate, Pirates win game 2. But because the first baseman heard it, and he's pointing it out, Max Stokes couldn't say, you're lying, I didn't call it. So he did indeed call time. It's, like, unfortunate. It's, again, odd, weird, just totally unlucky for East Carolina. Now, at that point, can the home plate umpire or the crew chief, whoever, overrule him and say it had no bearing on the play? You called it too late, play stands, maybe. But again, just kind of one of those weird deals, and it goes against the Pirates this time.
Yeah, my question is, I agree with you. It kind of looked like, if you watch the videos, that if the first baseman's not pointing at the umpire saying he called time, because if he really called time, wouldn't he have stepped in the first baseline and stopped...
It was not a very emphatic call.
No, I mean, the guy ran the bases.
Yeah.
You would stop the guy. I mean, he was at first base. Obviously, when you hit a home run, you have to go to first. Why would you not just hold your hands up saying play was dead?
I think at that point he knew he kind of messed up and maybe was trying to sneak out of there and say, I didn't call time, or...
It was just very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I mean, that East Carolina put themselves in that situation that they hadn't played better all weekend. But I mean, what happens if the Pirates hit a home run there? Do they get the confidence and play better on Sunday? Who knows? But certainly one of those bizarre calls that you'll know where you were, or if you remember this baseball season for anything, maybe how it started. It was a walk-off that didn't happen, that the Pirates made Sports Center and Twitter break on Saturday evening till maybe they can get on a run the final 50-plus games and turn this thing around. Obviously, the news last week with Wisenhunt, I think was shocking and a developing story that no one really expected. So this team has faced a lot of adversity just 3 games into the season, and Cliff Godwin, I know, is really going to have to dig deep and really press these guys to get back on track and focus on a place in Bowie's Creek where the Pirates hadn't had, they've struggled there at times and down there against Campbell.
Always seem to get hurt there.
Yeah, they got that turf, and I remember it seems like, I want to say Dewanye Williams
got hurt every year.
Yeah, that he slid down there and he would get hurt. But there's always something that happened. But next man up is got to be the story for this ECU baseball team. And someone's got to step up. Someone's got to get the team up and going. And I really look forward to the players that are coming in over the next few hours just to kind of hear what their mindset is and what their approach is as they start this new week.
Yeah, and again, on the call on Saturday, Max Stokes is, a lot of people probably know him, but he runs the scoreboard sometimes for ECU baseball games. Like, they pay him to run the scoreboard. And so if you think, like, he's this anti-ECU guy, I mean, it would kind of be the opposite. Like, he he's around here doing stuff for baseball, basketball. He's also a trained official. He's ran a lot of games there, a lot of games at ECU. So it was not a case where he is intentionally screwing the Pirates. I'm sure he feels like crap that he basically cost them the game on Saturday. But
hey, look, awful timing. Good people make mistakes, and I mean, I think it was flat out a mistake that it was called. As I said, I think one of the big flags is he didn't step in the first baseman line and stop the guy for hey, I called time.
Yeah,
it wasn't. I mean, the guy got the birdhouse put on his head. I mean, I was standing in the jungle. I was like, holy cow, we just walked it off.
Well, I knew something weird had happened the way Palumbo really wasn't celebrating that much. The umps started coming together. Like, I knew that there were. I didn't know. I thought it might have been foul. Like, I don't know why. And it was kind of a half-hearted celebration. Yeah, there was the cone, but it didn't feel like a walk-off.
Yeah, it was not the wild, crazy
water flying everywhere
that you normally think of, or like the players running around the field and stuff. But man, it was just a heartbreaker. So I think this week is real interesting. Can the Pirates? I feel like they need to get their first win on Tuesday in Bowie's Creek, and then that three game, and maybe split one of the games in Chapel Hill, and then come back Sunday to try to win that series. You know, I think that could really be the week the Pirates can go 3-1. And I think one of the shocking things for East Carolina baseball, but also a tremendous respect, D1 baseball and Baseball America, the Pirates go 0-3 and stay in the top 25 at number 25. I mean, that's as shocking to me.
This is what we complain about in other sports, where they look at a team from the ACC or something and say, well, I know their record's not that good, but they're still top 25. In baseball, ECU gets that benefit of the doubt.
It does.
And we are taking advantage of our past record and reputation because they didn't look like a top 25 team this weekend.
But baseball and basketball, things can be such a fluid situation. It's more cement and asphalt when you're in the polls than college football. It's hard to move in. It's easy to fall out if you're East Carolina. East Carolina could get to like 15 and then lose a game and then fall 11 to 12 spots back and be out of the top 25 in football real fast. So we'll see. They're going to have a big. I mean, I think they're going to have to go 3-1 this week if they want to stay within the top 25.
Redbeard says, trained official needs better training. Also, he should find another scoreboard job. Probably shouldn't be allowed back.
You said that so mean. You think that's how Redbeard would say it?
I think that's how he says everything. Again, this is not like a strike or ball or a safe or out call. This is I can't see, so I'm calling time. It just maybe he needs better vision or better sunglasses. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's
not like a bad call.
And that's the big question. There's always been the debate: should the refs and umpires be available to the media after games?
I mean, that would have been a doozy on Saturday.
I mean, how about you got Cliff out here in left field, you got the umpire out in center field, and maybe Cliff will have a comment on. I'm sure he has probably sent some emails or talked to officials.
Oh yeah,
but it's you can't change it at this
Cliff
point.
Probably doesn't want to see him at a game ever again.
It'd just be tough. I would think it would be tough to look at him. You know, being like,
all the memories come flooding back. So
tough stuff.
In addition to Sports Center and Barstool and everybody that picked up this, it's been all over the internet. John Boy picked it up today. Folks like Josh and Robert know who John Boy is. They're commenting about it. He breaks down videos. He's popular in the Major League Baseball space, but he breaks down videos of ejections, of kind of crazier plays, and does a great job of reading lips and verbalizing those through videos. But he picked up the ECU video and put it out on his stuff. So our Pirate listener Cameron put out the video that was picked up by Barstool and everybody, and so it's out there everywhere. Maybe good exposure for ECU. I don't know what good it does, but a lot of people across the United States and the world have seen how East Carolina was screwed on Saturday.
Yeah, well, maybe it'll be part of the story that if the Pirates turn their season around and have a great postseason run, that they'll say, hey, look, here's how it started back in Greenville on February the 19th on that Saturday afternoon. Pirates 0-1, thought they were 1-1. But from that point on, they went on to win 40-some games. And here they are for the first time in Omaha.
There you go. So you're writing the storybook script.
Look, there's the one thing with baseball, and look, I thought for sure they would win on Sunday. Everybody was starting to write them off when they got down. I was like, well, they came back, but they just a lot of unforced error, just errors and just mistakes, pass balls, just a lot of bad mistakes that just really shot themselves in the foot.
A lot of negatives. We'll dive into them with the players when they come up, but a lot of positives as well. I thought starting pitching for the most part was good. Garrett Saylor hoping for a good solid outing from him Friday in Chapel Hill. But Jake Kuchmaner looked fantastic, going 6 innings on Saturday. And then I thought Jake Hunter looked good on Sunday in his debut for East Carolina. So something to be happy about there. Also some young bats. Jacob JJC. Cowart. What's the middle? Jenkins Cowart. Carter Cunningham at times. You had some new faces.
Did McChrystal play?
Yeah, Ryan McChrystal. I thought that some of those younger guys looked pretty good. Worrell swung it okay, and Agnos looked pretty good throughout the weekend. And then you've got guys that just are going to have to pick it up. So there were some positives.
The other thing that was, the fans, great crowds, I thought.
Yeah, really good crowd.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and great weather for opening weekend. A lot of people like your 5 o'clock co-host, Troy D., couldn't stand the 55-degree weather, said it was too cold for him, but he's got to get some thicker blood. But I thought I thought the weather overall was as good as you could ask for February opening weekend. And looks right now for Sunday, that 4 o'clock game with North Carolina. I'm hoping Pirate Nation will get out there and pack the jungle, get a huge student contingency out there again, and maybe that could be as they go for the sweep or go for the series win on Sunday. So hopefully it starts again tomorrow, though, against Campbell.
So last time we did this North Carolina series, it was 1-1-1. The Saturday game was in Durham, right?
Right.
And the Pirates won that 2-1, I want to say. So hopefully they can have similar success this year. It'll be 2 games in Chapel Hill, Friday, Saturday, and then on Sunday, 4 o'clock, a later start for a Sunday home game. 4 o'clock Sunday at Clark LeClaire Stadium. So there is your Farm Bureau ECU baseball recap here on Pirate Radio. We'll have a lot more baseball talk throughout the day with CJ Mayhew, Ryder Giles, Bryson Worrell, and Zach Agnos. Pirate Hoops losing at the buzzer, Ellerby.
Yeah, back to 13-13.
So ECU is going for their 3rd straight road game. Win. Yeah, they've played games on the road before in a row, just not necessarily won them.
Yes.
For as far as I'm concerned, an all-time record, 3 straight road wins. I don't know, but played right there with UCF for the second time this year. You may remember the first meeting against UCF went into overtime after their guard Perry hit a late 3, right, descended into OT. This time they hit one at the buzzer to win it. So East Carolina now will come back home. They'll take on 2 teams that they've already beaten this year, South Florida and Tulsa. Try to get a couple games over 500, and then we'll finish out the regular season on the road at Wichita State. So just 3 games left to go, regular season.
Yeah, so really 2 important home games. And the Pirates, all 3 of these teams, it's like Wichita, ECU, and I believe Tulsa, then South Florida, and kind of the bottom of the AAC standings. So there's a lot of opportunity for East Carolina to win this week. Dare I say they might even be favored at home on Wednesday and Saturday?
I would say they're going to be a favorite on Wednesday, and I'll let you know about Saturday after Wednesday night.
Depending on what happens Wednesday. Pirates win, then they probably are favored against Tulsa.
Pirates by 3 Wednesday night. That sound fair?
Is that what you're going with?
2.5? Okay.
CB Sportsbook?
I said they would be 2.5-point dogs at South Florida. They were 2-point dogs. I'm going to say they're going to be 3-point favorites at home on Wednesday.
I'm going to go
Chandler says 2.5.
2.5.
I'll go 2.
All right.
And we'll go 4.
Okay.
Pirates are going to be a
4 seems kind of high.
I know, but I just want to be different.
So there you go. Wednesday night, Minges Coliseum. Looking forward to the Pirates being back home. We've got an ECU women's team, Ellerby. They've won 3 out of 4.
That's good.
Playing good at the right time. We'll talk to Kim McNeil coming up Tuesday. We'll talk to Amanda Moore on Wednesday. Lacrosse went 2-0 this weekend. They're 3-0 for the first time ever.
There was
Thank
a lot.
you, Jeff Comfort.
There was a lot of activity over at the softball team was playing. Lacrosse was going on. Baseball. There was a lot in the Terry Holland Athletic Complex over there was busy.
So this week we will keep you up to date on everything going on with ECU athletics. Wanted to mix in some of the positive talk amongst these baseball losses.
Yeah. Did you have any softball updates that they were playing?
Wink picked up some wins over the weekend.
Okay. Yeah. You seemed to.
Let's see what they did in the Pirate Clash officially.
Are you gonna give us updated?
I was too locked into baseball.
I knew they got a win yesterday
against. Was it Colgate?
Colgate, I think.
All right, the Pirate. Let's see, Clash Ellerby. They went 3-2.
Or was it Wagner?
They beat Wagner. They beat Wagner, and they beat Colgate. They had losses to Rutgers and Colgate. So there you go.
The wink.
Ellerby. That was the Pirate Clash coming up this weekend. This is totally different. The Pirate Invitational.
All in Greenville?
Or they will again play a ton of games coming up in Greenville Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It seems like softball, when they fire up the lights over there, they're just like, it's not a good day to play 2, it's a good day to play like 8.
We're going to just keep playing.
They just and just fire the games and just keep going.
By the way, Chandler, you need to respond to your emails about doing softball PA. I was told. Probably should have told you that off the air, but.
Yeah, I need to get on that.
Get on that, sir. Because people want to hear your voice out at the softball fields.
Yep, Shirley Rhodes is going to be out there doing some games this year. So.
Softball Shirley?
That's right.
I need to add my name to the list.
Yeah, get on that list, sir. All right, Ellerby, that's what's going on at ECU. What else you do this weekend?
Honestly, I spent a lot of time at Clark LeClaire Stadium.
I can tell you what I didn't do this weekend.
What's that?
Watch any of the NBA All-Star festivities.
No, I didn't watch any of that. I didn't watch any of the Daytona 500 either.
I did watch and listen to quite a bit of the Daytona 500. I pull up on the way home from Clark LeClaire, the MRN racing call, or whatever. It was fun. I enjoyed listening to it.
When you go out to the baseball games, like all day Saturday and all day Sunday, you get home,
your weekend's over.
You're just kind of ready to park it on the couch and relax. I did watch Talladega Nights with my son, if that counts.
So you were in the racing mood.
Yeah. So Saturday night he was looking for something to do. I was like, hey, I got a funny movie we could watch.
Austin Cindric wins at Daytona. CJ, youngster, rich kid.
Yes.
That according to Redbeard?
Yes. Comes from a rich family.
Daddy, runs the team?
More or less.
Okay. So there's the story there. I got to be honest, not to be morbid, but I wanted more action, wanted more wrecks.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be more.
You can want more action without wanting people to get hurt. I
don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
What does Daddy do?
What's Daddy do?
Who's your daddy?
I couldn't explain it as well as Redbeard can, so give it 60 seconds and he'll tell you.
I'm just thinking for my friend Clip Brock that if his daddy does really well, he might want to buy the Washington Commanders.
He is Team Penske president, Tim Cindric. Okay. So he is the president of the NASCAR team.
Because he seemed to have some success right away if he's gotten his son into the Daytona 500 winner's circle.
Yeah.
He's a good driver. He didn't get there for no reason, but it's kind of...
Now, his dad paid off everything.
It's kind of the thing people say about Chase Elliott as well. Dad's Bill Elliott, comes from a family of racing, so kind of talks about Chase Elliott like he's kind of handed everything, even though you watch him race and the talent's obviously there.
Right. So you just can't grow up off poor and off the mean streets anywhere and be a NASCAR. You got to be Richie Rich.
Right.
Kind of like Troy, my daddy made some money too.
Hey, are you the Boneyard guy?
Oh, no. Oh, crap. It's not me.
No wonder he's not responding to emails. He's too busy doing on message boards.
Hey, speaking of jerks, Ellerby.
Yes, I've heard. I've been called out.
Somebody referred to you as a jerk.
Man.
And they caught us all off guard.
I'm just
not hashtag not my Ellerby.
Yeah, I'm just I'm a little disappointed in myself if I've.
That was a story from Friday. Tony Dunn said he met someone at Dubuck, who worked at Parker's, and said that one of the Pirate Radio guys was a jerk, and immediately Tony said, "Oh, Troy." And then my name was second on the list.
Right,
that's fair, makes sense.
No,
but apparently,
and he knew me by name.
Apparently, Ellerby was the jerk,
and he knew it by name.
Well,
of who it was.
Yeah.
Or is the story getting a little? Do I need to go to the Buck scoreboard and get a recount?
You need to go to Tony Dunn. Now, I I didn't think Tony should tell this story on air, but apparently Troy gave it the okay to tell it on air.
Of course he did. It was a smear campaign.
So there you go, Ellerby. You need to watch your manners out in public.
Well, I'm going to go get some corn sticks and leave a big tip somewhere this week for sure. So
there you go.
Sorry to my friends at Parker's if I offended you. I will try to be better on my P's and Q's when I'm there. I feel like I usually am.
Yeah, well, you gotta go even higher level.
The standard's been set. I've been called out.
The standard is the standard. So there's that. Yep. What else do we miss from over the weekend?
It's kind of in that sports period right now, the end of February, where it's just kind of little transitional period. Major League Baseball is kind of not coming on the scene, which I think is starting to get a little disappointing that there may not be any. Are you getting disappointed that the Braves aren't going to be able?
Not yet. Not until March Madness is over.
Until they won't be able to defend their title.
I'm okay right now.
You're okay.
We got a lot. I'm super fired up about conference tournaments coming up and the NCAA tournament.
You do. Who do you think, if you were picking your Final Four right now, who would you take?
I'll throw Gonzaga back in there, but I'm trying to find my team to ride this year. I watch Kansas a lot. I might go with Kansas. I know Bill Self is a major choker in the tournament, and this is not one of his most talented teams, and that's why I like them. So I'll go Kansas, Gonzaga,
Michigan.
That's all I got right now.
Okay.
I'll have more for you later.
Yeah, Juwan Howard kind of took the big news this weekend.
Yeah.
We also have Brian Flores back in the NFL.
Yeah, he's suing the NFL and got a job with the Steelers.
In the NFL. That's a good job.
Oh, yeah, you're Steelers. Yeah, how many games does Juwan Howard get suspended?
The Pirates only have 3 left. So
they've either got 3 or 4.
So, why don't you I would suspend them for the rest of the regular season and let them come back for the Big Ten tournament. Yeah. And hopefully they get to play like Wisconsin in the first round.
Yeah. That's fair.
I think that would be fair. It gives them some time to cool off. Apologize.
What's your take on the handshake line?
It's
just keep doing it the way we've been doing it.
I think
because there's been a lot of like Dickie V and others are like,
quit doing
handshakes. Let's get rid of it. It's old, worn out, tired. Just do a hand wave. If you want to talk to a buddy after a game, do it.
I just kind of what. How many? Are they having fights all the time, or is this? I think you can shake hands after the game.
Yeah.
I think
don't change anything
in college athletics. Usually, I think the great thing about it is usually somebody on the other team, and you may want to go up and say something to them afterwards. So most of the coaches are pretty friendly. I just think it kind of shows some sportsmanship. And as I said, if everybody starts throwing hands after the games, then maybe we need to figure it out. But no, I think you keep shaking hands.
I'll ask Joe Dooley about that when we talk to him later on this hour.
Wonder if he's been in a brawl.
I could see probably like in his early days in Jersey. I could see him brawling, but not. I don't think organized. I think he's been pretty tame.
I think. Honestly, we've had the Mike Houston and Luke Fickell.
Yeah.
There's been some. It kind of creates some. For us in sports radio, I think it creates some good fodder. There's always been some. Didn't Jim Harbaugh give a hard handshake to somebody one time? A slap on the back?
No, it was it Jim or John? And it was the Lions coach Schwartz.
Yeah.
Where they had like a handshake off. Like, I want to shake your hand.
Yes.
The guy on the plane. And they did like a super hard and a back slap.
Right.
And it was just
I want to say it was Jim.
Guys
when he was with
dudes.
the Niners.
It might have been.
I think it was Jim.
And I know it was Schwartz.
It was Jim and Jim.
It was Jim and Jim. Schwartz and Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think it's good. I think it creates some good
show, Eller.
Yes, thanks for having me here. Yeah. Oh, man, fat, stinky hands.
Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. East Carolina reliever CJ Mayhew joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll talk about the weekend, what lies ahead, and more. Back with you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood, What's new, Jeff?
For service, we're doing touchless pickup and drop-offs. So when you pull your vehicle in, we greet you at the car and open the door for you, but we're putting plastic on the seats. We're having a steering wheel cover put on. We even have shift knob covers now this year. And then we have the customer actually drop the key in a baggie, and they're the next one to touch that key when it comes out of the baggie when they pick up their vehicle. So just want to make sure we take care of the customers that voted us number one.
Brown & Wood, your number one dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Life insurance is one of those subjects that make people want to change the subject rather than admit they probably don't have enough. That's why State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer focuses on how the benefits of life insurance actually live on by asking people to think in terms of life without having to sell the house insurance or life without having to give up the college insurance. Find out how the benefits of life insurance can live on for your family. Call State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer here in Greenville today at 493-0002 and put the life back in life insurance.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov. The Rick House, Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar, has great specials throughout the week, like $10 Tuesdays. Get 8 traditional wings and a draft beer for just $10. Wednesday night is date night, 2 salads, an appetizer, a bottle of wine, 2 entrees, and a dessert for just $55. Friday is smokehouse night with the best ribs and brisket around. Saturday is Italian night, featuring all of our made-from-scratch pastas along with 2 glasses of wine. And on Sunday is the legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Bring home comfort at huge savings during Bostic Sugg Furniture's President's Day Power Event. Now at Bostic Sugg, amp up your space that makes a powerful statement with hundreds of power sofas, sectionals, and recliners in stock. Experience the power of better sleep on a Serta Arctic mattress with 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase. And with any Arctic purchase, get 2 free pillows. Now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the show. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's, now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. And let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Clip Rock here. Got Ryder Giles coming up at 4 o'clock. 4:30, we'll talk to Bryson Worrell. 5 o'clock, Zach Agnos will join Troy D and I. We'll mix in some basketball talk in between that. Head coach of the Pirates, Joe Dooley, joins us in about 15 minutes from now. But joining us now in the Pirate Radio studios, East Carolina reliever CJ Mayhew is here. CJ, good to see you again. How you doing today, man?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Rough weekend for the guys. 0-3. Not the start you wanted. Not the start you probably thought you'd be in right now. So, I don't know. What have the conversations been like since losing yesterday amongst the team, amongst yourselves and the coaches? Probably some tough conversations, but what's been said since then, CJ?
I mean, there's been tough conversations, but we're just kind of picking out what we can learn from it. And, we're not going to hang our heads on it too much because play tomorrow,
Yeah, another opportunity coming up tomorrow against Campbell. CJ, let's talk about your performance over the weekend. We saw you on Saturday. Went through the 7th unscathed and the 9th unscathed, and then that 8th gave up an extra base hit. And then I guess the one you really want back is probably the wild pitch, right?
Yeah,
what happened on that one? Just got away from you?
It's kind of crazy. As I was coming set, I had him. I don't know, just someone was telling me to step off or something, just call time or something, and I just decided to go ahead with the pitch, and it just got away from me.
One of those things.
Yeah.
A freak occurrence.
Crazy.
But so again, you got through the 7th easy, and then you come back, to your credit, go through the 9th and do your job. Hey, let's get to the bottom of the 9th. Let's walk off here and let's pick up a win.
Yeah.
And that kind of happened, but it didn't. You got the home run. You're celebrating, and then you're saying, what the heck's going on here? So what was that moment like for you guys? A lot of confusion, I'm sure, at the time, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me going back into the 9th, coach just told me, hey, just leave the score right here. And so I was just trying to go out there and do my job. And then when Justin hit that home run, I honestly, at first I was like, maybe he called it foul. And I didn't even know, like, a first base umpire or somebody could call time. Like, I thought that was just granted from the home plate umpire, but I've never seen anything like that. So.
You guys celebrate. You have the birdhouse, and then you got to go out and try to do it all over again. So that had to be, I don't know, like a momentum killer there, where you're on top of the world, and then you realize, hey, we're playing more baseball here.
Yeah, I don't know if it was actually a momentum killer, because I think after that happened, it kind of pumped us up even more to try to win.
Yeah,
and it just didn't go away.
CJ Mayhew joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Pirates off to an 0-3 start, but a lot of baseball ahead, including Campbell coming up Tuesday, and then on the road at Chapel Hill coming up this weekend. I thought, and we were talking about some of the positives and with the negatives, CJ, starting pitching. Looking forward to seeing more Garrett Saylor on Friday. But, man, Cooch looked like the old Cooch. And then Jake Hunter, you know about him. We didn't. Yeah. He looked good on Sunday. I thought starting pitching, those guys did good enough to pick up some wins this weekend.
Yeah, they definitely put us in a situation to win the game. Saylor did a really good job, and then Cooch, obviously, it was outstanding what he did. And then Jake taking the ball as a true freshman, his first outing out there, he looked, I mean, you obviously, just watching the game, you couldn't tell he was a freshman. Just, and that's how he's been all fall and spring, and we didn't have no doubt in him.
Definitely gives you something to look forward to moving forward, that the pitching certainly in the right direction for 2022. CJ, how about you? We talked about your 3-inning performance, and you threw, I think, 40 pitches thrown. Yep. Do you go into a weekend or a particular day with a pitch count? Is that a good number for you, 40? What do you think about
that? 40 in 3 innings, it's not bad. It's all right, but going into a weekend, I want the ball every day, so it's I don't give myself a pitch count. I don't know if the coaches give me a pitch count or not. They don't tell me. They just just let me know if I'm hot that day, and
that's pretty economical to get through 3 innings and 40 pitches. Might have could have gone even more, but how about as far as midweeks go? You always got to be ready, but Do you expect to be throwing more on the weekends than, say, a midweek game? Or could it be, either game, any game?
Just any game, really. I'm sure I'll be ready to go tomorrow if they need me, or whenever my name's called, and I'm sure I'll be ready Friday whenever they need me.
Yeah.
So,
what do you do after? Have you gone back and watch tape? Do you get with Coach Knight? What do you do after a pitching performance like that to kind of scout yourself and grade yourself out?
Just sometimes I'll write down what I was feeling throughout, just kind of my thoughts or what I was thinking out there throughout that outing. But I do go back sometimes and just watch the performance and see if I was handling myself well, or if I could see any body language, or if I was getting down on myself, which I don't think I was. But yeah, I'll go back and watch and just see if there's anything I can pick up on and what I can learn from moving on.
East Carolina still, to show how much respect you guys have in the baseball community, I know this doesn't matter to Coach Godwin or maybe even you guys, but still in the top 25 in some of the polls. And now Bryant is also in the top 25, because when you beat a team like East Carolina 3 times, you also get respect. And heck, you saw it, CJ, and you were able to get a lot of those guys out. But good lineup, and it's pretty good baseball players that Bryant had this weekend.
Yeah, they're a tough team. They deserved it, and I'm glad they're in the top 25.
And now we're Bryant fans, right? We want to see them keep winning, and that'll make East Carolina look even better. I remember talking to you guys last week where the coaches provide a lot of the scouting and tell you guys on really game day what to expect. So is that the case for Campbell? You haven't looked at him too much, or do you know a lot about Campbell?
No, I haven't looked at him much. Actually, one of my best friends from high school, he actually plays on the team, so I've talked to him a little bit. And we haven't talked much about him. I'm sure we'll dive into it tomorrow before the game.
And every baseball game's exciting, an opportunity to go out and play. But anything added when North Carolina is on the other uniform coming up this weekend? How much are you looking forward to facing the Tar Heels this weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a good series. Right now, though, I'm just more focused on Campbell right now.
As far as your recruiting went, CJ, who was after you, and how did you end up here at East Carolina?
It's honestly a crazy story. It was I think it was my junior year summer. East Carolina, they was talking to me, and it was a kind of a long process. I think Roselle and Palumbo came to watch me a couple of times, and then Coach Godwin came to watch me during the state games I think it was right after high school season, kind of in the summer. And I pitched really bad. I pitched really bad when he came to watch me, and I guess he saw something in me and gave me the opportunity.
All right, good deal. Question from David: what's up with the hockey stick for the celebration this year? What's going on there?
I have not heard anything about it. That was Cooch's idea. So
it sounds like he is the one-man committee for celebrations.
Oh yeah,
because he's the birdhouse guy too, right?
Well, yeah, it was Smitty, and now it's
Tyler Smith.
Yeah, Tyler Smith.
But Cooch is now the elder statesman, so okay, I guess we'll have to ask him. Maybe one of these other guys will know what the heck's going on with the hockey stick. But that has been incorporated now into the mix. Douglas says it was Corey Glore's fault that we lost. So Corey leaves town and the Pirates lose. I don't know. We'll talk to the new radio announcer, Scott Rogers, on Wednesday and blame him for all the losses.
Yeah.
But, any thoughts to that? Is it the announcer's fault?
I don't even know who the announcer is.
Okay, there you go. How superstitious are you, CJ, when it comes to your uniform, pregame ritual, any of that stuff?
Not as bad as I used to be. Not as bad.
So what did you used to be like?
It used to be I had to before games I would put on the gear. I'd put it on a certain way. I would put my socks on first, and it was just left foot first, right foot.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was pretty superstitious thing. But now I just kind of get ready, and I think the only thing superstitious is the routine that I do before I go in the game to pitch. That's what I focus on more.
I did not pay attention when I was out there, CJ. What is the warm-up song this year?
Hammer by Whiskey Myers.
Okay. All right. There you go, folks. If you're scoring at home, Hammer. All right. Good deal. Well, CJ, appreciate you joining us today, man. Good luck to you guys. I know you guys will bounce back and get in the win column, and looking forward to seeing that. And we'll talk to you again next Monday, man.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. CJ Mayhew, Pirate reliever, joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk to some of his teammates coming up. Ryder Giles, Bryson Worrell, Zach Agnos later on today's edition of the show when we return. Little ECU basketball talk. We'll talk to the head coach of the Pirates, Joe Dooley. That's on the way right after this. Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit qualityequip.com.
There's no better time to drive away with a quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV from Greenville Auto World. Greenville Auto World is your authorized rough country dealer. We specialize in lift and leveling kits along with custom wheel packages. Whether you're looking for ground clearance or enhancing the appearance of your vehicle, trust our team for your off-road experience. Greenville Auto World, 3840 South Charles Boulevard across from Hardee's at Bell's Fork, or online at greenvilleautoworld.net.
Woo! Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Hang on, I know, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York Style Pizza is a MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
At US Cellular, we know you have a choice of wireless carriers. And while the other guys may limit your choice of free phones, at US Cellular, you can choose any phone from any brand for free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, Offense Coordinator for ECU Football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. University PC Care are the local tech support experts for any business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Cliff Brock.
Alrighty, welcome back to Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday, President's Day. And there's hockey going on. There's already a hockey final from today on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Boston beat Colorado 5-1, that final. And at the end of one, it is Carolina and Philadelphia.
On the plus?
Scoreless. It's on the plus, blacked out in our area, so I had to go to Bally Sports.
Bally Sports.
Bally Sports, the number one for sports. And whatever. So, 0-0. Got some Canes on during this Monday edition of PRL. All right, we'll go back inside the Players Lounge and hear from Ryder Giles, Bryson Worrell, Zach Agnos later on in today's show. But let's talk a little hoops. East Carolina, man, trying to get their third straight road victory on Sunday, and they come up just short. A last-second three out of the corner. That was 1.7 something on the clock, and then they looked at it. They added some time, and it was enough time for UCF to get off a three and hit the shot. We'll talk about that and more now with the head basketball coach of the Pirates. He is Joe Dooley, joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Coach, we appreciate your time today. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Hey, doing great. And, Coach, man, another one. We've seen so many of these games go down to the wire this year. Another one yesterday, and the Pirates lose it on a last-second three. And the ball goes out of bounds. They add a little more time on the clock, gives UCF enough time to hit a three. Coach, what was your take on that final play? And could it have gone any different for your guys?
I think one of the things, like we had Tremont. I think Tremont had done a pretty good job on. We thought the entire time he got a little pin in, got a little bit off. I just think the big thing Tremont might have done was get a little bit of a higher hand, and we told him don't get back cut and don't foul the jump shooter. So there's three things you don't want to have. The first thing is you don't want the ball to go in the basket. The other thing is you don't want to foul. And I thought Tremont had done a good job on him all day yesterday. There's some separation. Green is a really good shooter. He's almost a 40% three-point shooter, and unfortunately for us, he made a big shot.
And the Pirates were looking for their third straight road victory. Of course, no road games, true road games in the non-conference. So you start out with league play. You don't have a road win until a couple weeks ago. Then you get two in a row, Coach. So your guys were playing good on the road and have played well on the road. 2 wins and that narrow defeat on Sunday. But I know you got to be proud of the guys the way they've played on the road here lately.
I mean, we've played better. I mean, I think that we played 4 neutral court games, which in a lot of regards is the same thing. With the exception of Houston and maybe Memphis, there hasn't been a huge, and Cincinnati, there hasn't been a huge road crowd to distract you. So I do think that we've gotten a little bit better. It helps when you get some Suggs, Brandon Suggs being back, it helps a little bit. And I thought we played in some spurts well enough to win the game yesterday.
Joe Dooley joining us, Coach. Another guy that's really come on. He's getting some playing time, not just a few minutes yesterday, but you've had Alexis Reyes playing in some big minutes here these last few games, and he'll look like a young player at times. Had a turnover in that USF game, but also had a huge offensive rebound and pass for an assist. Had a steal on the defensive side. He's a guy that you've put in the lineup here the second half of the season, and we see him getting better each night.
Yeah, the offensive rebound might have been the play of the game against South Florida. It doesn't, you talk about X, Y, and Z or what plays, and that was a real winning play, as was the steal. He was in the right position defensively, recognized that it needed to be weak side, and reacted on the ball. I think he did some good. He had a little problem yesterday. He had to guard Green. He's a little banged up, so hopefully his foot will be better, with some rest and some treatment. But I think he's starting to figure some things out. He played about 6 minutes yesterday and played a good stretch of minutes with RJ and JJ being out. I mean, he's sort of worked his way into a little bit of the rotation.
Joe Dooley joining us, Coach. I know you enjoyed this part of the schedule. 2 home games coming up. You got South Florida coming up Wednesday night, and then Tulsa, the home finale, coming up on Saturday. So back-to-back home games here. You just saw South Florida, and you already picked up a road win against Tulsa. So a couple opportunities here to get more wins, and more importantly for you guys to relax a little bit, not have to get on a plane and play a couple of home games here.
Yeah, it'll be nice. We'll be home until the following Friday when we leave again for Wichita. It'd be nice to be in our own, practice in our own facility. Be able to get into a little bit of a routine. Obviously, we won't miss any class, so those things are all good. And hopefully, we'll play well at home. I think the guys, will be ready to go. Gave them off today, and then after that long trip, and hopefully, we'll have a good day of practice tomorrow morning.
Coach, while I got you here, this happened yesterday while you're on the court. Maybe you've seen it by now, the incident between Juwan Howard, Greg Gard, Michigan, and Wisconsin. And there's been a lot of discussion from, whether it's Dick Vitale or Jay Billis, guys who cover college basketball, about getting rid of the post-game handshake, or if there's a heated game, heated moments, maybe just kind of wave at the end of a game. Do you have a take on that, Coach, and what you saw from that yesterday?
I think there's a lot of ways to look at the NBA. They give the wave, and the guys that want to talk to each other, including the coaches. They do that after the game. That's a professional deal. I think the other way you look at it is we're supposed to be teaching sportsmanship. Things do get a little heated. Those are rarities. They're not regular occasions.
Yeah.
So in the amount of games, that happens once or twice. In the grand scheme of things, percentage-wise, it's very small. So I do think you factor in all those things also to see if that was happening once a week, you might really re-examine it. But
right.
It's more of a rarity than a regular occurrence.
Joe Dooley joining us, Coach. Once again, South Florida coming up on Wednesday night. Pirates were able to knock off the Bulls 65-57 just last week in Tampa. So what are a couple of things your team needs to do to get that regular season sweep against the Bulls on Wednesday?
Well, we need to make sure that like Murphy and Chiwa and those guys don't get going. Chiwa's had a really good year. Murphy is an elite level athlete, great pull-up game. The Green kid that transferred from George Mason is a guy that can really get going. And the kid they've had that's played really well from Sorrell Smith, who's the leading scorer against us last game. Coming off of he had 17 and 18 the last 2 games before they played Tulsa. So making sure that those guys, we don't have 3 or 4 guys getting their average.
Joe Dooley joining us, Coach. Appreciate a few minutes of your time. Good luck on Wednesday night. We'll see you in Minges Coliseum.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. There is Joe Dooley. A rough weekend got rougher when UCF hits that 3 at the buzzer to knock off the Pirates. Looking forward to being back in Minges coming up Wednesday as the Pirates host UCF. And you've got back-to-back games. We talked about it earlier in the show where the Pirates have already knocked off these 2 teams, and Chandler will probably be road favorites, home favorites, I should say, in these next 2 games coming up this week.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the line is. I'm going with 2.5 on Thursday night against
Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. I'm sorry. Wednesday against South Florida. So got a road win. One of the 2 road wins that the Pirates got back to back was these 2 games right here. These 2 teams.
Both of them. Yeah.
Can they get back-to-back wins at home against these teams? We shall see.
Yeah, going for the sweep, and we'll be doing some late-night trivia after the game Wednesday night at AJ's. We normally start at 8 o'clock. We're going to push it back so folks can go to the game in Minges, and then they can come check us out. We'll start around 9:15 or so, do a lightning round of trivia coming up Wednesday night at AJ. So check us out for that after East Carolina takes on South Florida. All right, Pirate Baseball returning home on Sunday, but 3 road games coming up before then at Campbell on Tuesday, and then in Chapel Hill Friday, Saturday. We'll talk about that and look back at the weekend with Ryder Giles. He'll join us when we return and kick off hour number 2 of the show. Back with you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Grow Rug 26 is coming to Greenville March 25th through the 27th. This is DJ Fossil from F3 ENC, inviting all men to sign up now for this leadership training event. The Grow Rug training events are designed to help men become high-impact men by reinforcing the F3 mission of invigoration of male community leadership. To register or to learn more, please visit f3enc.com. That's f3enc.com. Remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started if you want to be great.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Hey, this is Troy D., proud ECU grad from the class of '94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Clip Pride.
All right, back with you here, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. brighter days ahead for the ECU baseball Pirates, but we have to recap a sweep. Bryant came to town, took 3 of 3 from the Pirates. Right back at it, though, on Tuesday. East Carolina will be on the road taking on Campbell. Joining us, Pirates shortstop Ryder Giles here in the Pirate Radio studios. Ryder, how you doing, man?
Doing good. What's going on?
Say that one more time.
I'm doing good. How you doing?
There you go. Doing all right. Ryder, as I said, there's going to be much more fun conversations we're going to have later this year.
Yeah.
But you got to have the tough ones too, right?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Only up from here.
No doubt. And Ryder will talk about, first of all, what was the conversation like between you and the upperclassmen after the? I mean, obviously a ton of games ahead, a lot more baseball to be played, so it's no reason to throw in the towel or anything. Yeah. But what were the conversations like with you and your teammates after this series?
Well, I mean, you kind of hit it on the head. You know, we do still have 53 regular season games. It is important not to kind of throw it in. I mean, I know Pirate fans is easy to kind of go ahead and give up on us right now, but it's kind of a wake up call for us. You know, if we don't show up, we're going to get beat. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter if we're at home on the road. If we don't show up and play good baseball, then anybody can get beat. So definitely thankful it happened early in the season so we can learn from it and just try to be better going forward. Got to be a lot tougher, and I think that's something that we're going to do for sure.
And a lot of uncharacteristic things happened this weekend. We'll talk about the home run, the walk-off that wasn't a walk-off in a moment, but even Ryder Giles errors happened this weekend. We're not accustomed to seeing those, Ryder, so just one of those freak things. Is there a reason behind it? How do you explain the ease?
Well, this might come to a shock to some of the Pirate fans out there. I did not try to do that. That's something that I think gets overlooked sometimes. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, stuff happens, and I made a bad throw. Carter couldn't come up with it. It's definitely my fault. We'll going to be better going forward. But the home run thing. I mean, I've never seen anything like that, and I kind of saw it out of the corner of my eye. I saw the first base umpire throw his hands up, and I was like, what's going on? And the scuffle, and not a scuffle, but like the umpires kind of met up, and I was J-Dub had touched home plate, and everybody's kind of going crazy, and I was like, I kind of came up behind him. I was like, hey, I would get ready to hit again. You're probably gonna have to hit again. So, and he almost ran another one out of there. So, props to J-Dub for keeping his cool and putting together a tough at bat.
Yeah, and he was one of the newcomers. We talked about it earlier with Jenkins Coward and Cunningham, a newcomer on this team, and McChrystal. There was some guys that had their first taste of ECU baseball in front of a big crowd at Clark LeClaire that looked like they belong. So I think that's one of the positives, Ryder, coming out of this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you can get a little bit of experience, moving forward, it's definitely big. So, when you're thrown into it again, it's not a big surprise. And J-Dub did awesome this weekend. Man, I don't know how he did it. He looked like he'd been back there every game last year. He's only had 2 career at-bats, and just some of the at-bats he put together, it was fun to watch. It was really fun to watch him.
Ryder Giles joining us. Ryder, a lot of guys left on base for ECU over the weekend, and you yourself got into some tough luck situations where, if I recall, you hit one sharply to third that was fielded, thrown out, and then hit one sharply, Taylor made double play. So, those things happen. It's baseball. I guess moving forward, you just say those are going to be a little to the right or the left next time and go for RBI singles, right?
Yeah, you like to hope so. We want to, with a runner on third base, less than 2 outs, we want to work the middle of the field. So that's definitely something I could have done better. I did hit it hard, but unfortunately just right at him. But, maybe if I just chop a ball to second base, we get a run there. And
I recall Bryant scoring on, I think, 2 infield hits and then one that just bloops right over you on the left. So.
Yeah, no, I hate it for Jake because, man, he was dealing, and then, infield single, bunt hit, and then jam shot, and he scores a run, and it's like, man, he hadn't really given up any hard contact, and he's already down. It's it's a tough pill to swallow, but hats off to him because he really stayed in the moment and did really good.
That had to be a boost to the team after a bit of a down 2021 for Jake Kuchmaner to come back and have that performance on Saturday.
Yeah, he was awesome. He looked like the old Kuchmaner that we're accustomed to seeing. His fastball is a little bit better than it used to be, and his off-speed stuff still obviously really good. But the mentality he brings to the team is the biggest thing, and it's something that the rest of us can feed off of.
And I think we joked last week, Ryder, we might see you on the mound, and sure enough, we did this weekend. And do you go into a game? How much does Cliff Godwin or Austin Knight say, all right, we might need you here, or is it just when the situation calls for it? How much kind of ahead of time do you know you're going to be pitching?
It's kind of funny, Coach, usually before every game he'll ask me, you got an inning today, and sometimes it sounds a little bit sarcastic, but whenever I see him scrambling around in the dugout trying to find my glove, that's when I usually get a pretty good idea that I'm going in. So I like to pitch on Friday a little bit more. My arms a little more fresh. We'll throw a little bit harder, but anytime they need me to go, I'm ready.
Some great crowds this week and this weekend and moving forward, Ryder, and we'll give them something to cheer about, I'm sure, heading on later into the year. But that had to be cool seeing the crowd back for a regular season game. First time in a while it's been like that.
Yeah, it was. Last year was a little weird, not having fans for or not having a full stadium really till the regional, and it was definitely cool, getting back out in front of them and the noise and all that good stuff. So it was you try to take the positives out of everything, and Dabo Sweeney said this in the fall when Clemson wasn't playing very well. God is good whenever you're 0-3, and he's good whenever you're 3-0. So that's something to keep in mind.
Campbell coming up on Tuesday, Ryder. My first piece of advice would just be stay healthy. It seems like a freak injury happens. And what about playing on that turf as opposed to other places you play? Is it difficult to get used to that?
It's definitely different, Their turfs, like all the turf's kind of different, Theirs is a little thicker. You kind of stick when you slide. I think Duanye, whenever he broke his hand, or that was before my time. But from what I heard, like he's stuck in the turf. So that's definitely something that we try to communicate going forward. Like you slide past the base, do you stick, all that good stuff. Is it fast? Is it slow? So it's definitely different than grass and dirt, but. It's just something you got to get used to.
Seems like, and I'm thinking back to some super regionals. And obviously, you played in Nashville, Vanderbilt. Did you play in the Louisville?
I did. Yes.
Or both of those fields are turf, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they're pretty similar. The one that really sticks out is Wichita State. Those three were like pretty quick turf, if that makes sense. Yeah. So those three were pretty similar, and then Elon and Campbell and. It's kind of some similarities there too.
And North Carolina coming up this weekend. You're from the state, so anything extra, any more added excitement when you take on the guys in the baby blue, Ryder?
Yeah, you could probably say that, but we're more worried about getting our first win tomorrow, then when Friday comes around, we'll be ready to go in Chapel Hill.
I don't think I asked you about this last week, Ryder, your recruitment and how you got to ECU. So who was coming after you, and why did you decide to come to East Carolina?
I had a couple schools, UNCW, Richmond, talked to Clemson a little bit, but ECU was the first school that I talked to. Coach Rozelle, I think he reached out my sophomore year, sophomore year, something like that, and Seth Maness pitched here. Yeah. He's from my hometown.
Oh, cool.
I grew up watching him in high school, and you little kid growing up watching this guy play, like you want to be like him.
Yeah.
Obviously he came here, we came to watch some games and all that good stuff, and I was, when the opportunity presented itself, I knew that this is where I wanted to be.
Well, now you got kids watching Ryder Giles that from your area that want to come here, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Keep the tradition going.
That's right.
All right, 0-3 start, errors and all that. We got that out of the way.
Yep.
We got to talk about the bad stuff,
Yep.
though. So let's end it on a high note, on some fun. Ryder, I do have a Ryder quiz for you today.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So you're a golf guy, right?
Yes.
All right, so question 1 on the Ryder quiz. This 2020 Masters champion was the top point scorer for the Americans in the most recent Ryder Cup. Who was that golfer?
It's got to be DJ.
Dustin Johnson is correct. Well done, Ryder. Do we have any... can you do like a crowd effect? Just do your voice,
Give me some noise. Give me some noise. There we go.
All right. What year were you born, Ryder?
1999.
Oh, good. Ride or Die Volume 1 came out in 1999.
Yeah, there we go.
The last track on the album, and my favorite track on the album, was titled Some X Bleep. I can't say the word. Some X Bleep, performed by this rapper that passed away last April. Rough Riders, Ride or Die Volume 1, Some X Bleep was performed by this rapper. He liked to bark.
Man, I'm terrible with
Chandler, do you know this? X Bleep. He liked to bark.
DMX?
DMX is correct.
I knew it.
You got a little help from the audience there. Well done. All right, Ryder, final question of the Ryder quiz.
Okay, here we go.
You heard of the school Ryder?
Yes.
Okay, they're in the MAAC, M-A-A-C,
Yes.
Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Do you know their nickname? What animal is their nickname? It is an animal, and it has 4 legs.
4 legs. Is it a pony?
It is in that family.
It's a horse or something.
It's in the horse family.
Horse, pony.
Family. Chandler, you want to thank you, Brian Kelly. You want to give him some help here?
Stallions? Or
You're all over it. Now, I'll tell you. What did you say?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I was going to guess.
Oh.
He said stallions.
What do
I was
you got?
going to guess Mustangs.
You guys are just...
What else is there?
All right, think NFL team and then shorten the name a little bit.
Bronco.
All right, shorten that.
Bronc.
They are the Bronx.
The Bronx. Wow.
As in, not the place, but the BRONCS, Bronx.
Huh.
Wow. I
So-
never would have guessed that one.
I'm going to give you Chandler's answer, so you're 2 for 3, 66 batting average.
We'll take that
Not
all
bad
day.
at all.
Take that all
And
day.
that has been the Ryder quiz. Good stuff on the golf there.
Thank you.
That was pretty impressive. DMX way before your time. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Sorry about
I'm not
that
gonna
one.
count that against you. All right, Ryder. What are you looking at to improve upon as you get ready for this week? 3 games on the road, and then coming back Sunday for the game against North Carolina. So, what do you want to do differently that you didn't do this past weekend?
I mean, I think it's a pretty consistent across the board. We just got to execute better offensively. Runners in scoring position, stringing together tougher at bats. Obviously, not throwing balls away is pretty obvious. But just got to be tougher up and down the lineup. And drive guys in when the opportunities present itself.
Good deal, Ryder. Thanks for joining us, man. Good luck tomorrow and this weekend, and we'll see you out at Clark LeClaire on Sunday.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Pirate shortstop Ryder Giles joining us here inside the Players Lounge. We've got Bryson Worrell coming up. He had a hit or an RBI in each of the 3 games over the weekends. We'll talk about what he saw out there and what he sees moving forward for this Pirate baseball team when we return on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
For 2 years in a row, we've been voted #1 in Greenville, so we're super thankful. For 2022, we've decided to make it the year of the customer. We're taking more COVID health safety protocols with some personal test drives where, you don't have the salesperson riding along with the customer. It actually makes them a little bit more comfortable, and they can take a drive and kind of go where they want to go and drive it how they want to drive it.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Come pop a top at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Radio.
And I can promise you, there will be no quarter, ever, from ECU football. Go Pirates!
The voice of the Pirate Nation. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program. Now let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Cliff Brock.
All right, thank you, Chandler Honeycutt. CJ Schaefer producing as well. Content Junkie Schaefer, as he's known. Getting content as we speak. Joining me inside the Pirate Radio studios, we continue on our Players Lounge discussions here on a Monday. Pirate center fielder Bryson Worrell here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Bryson, appreciate you coming down. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Appreciate having me on again.
Yes, sir. And as I said to you and all your teammates, we'll have much more fun discussions as the year goes on, but never fun to talk about a sweep, Bryson, but that is what happened over the weekend. So I know you guys ready to regroup and get back to the old ways, the winning ways, but didn't happen for you this past weekend. So what was the talk amongst the team following Sunday's loss for you guys?
It's hard. You have such high expectations coming into the season, especially big crowd there. I I know we don't look at it, but you're ranked. You're expected to go out there and live up to those expectations. But obviously we didn't. And after the game Sunday, Coach Godwin was talking to us like, "Hey, like this weekend's over. We can't do nothing about it. So we just got to move on and learn from it, but just keep playing our game moving forward."
Bryson, for you had either a hit or an RBI or both in all 3 games over the weekend. So I'm sure you yourself say, hey, I could have done a lot more, but pretty productive weekend for you to open up the 2022 season. How do you feel you played, specifically offensively, hitting the ball?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Coming into opening weekend, it could be easy to get out there and be anxious, overswing, do too much. And I think you have to be aware of that and really slow yourself down. Just really try to simplify your approach, stay up the middle of the field, and I think that kind of helped me out this weekend.
You see some live pitching, obviously, but it's got to be difficult. It's probably like football and tackling. You do a little bit of it in preseason, but you don't really do it until you get out there week 1. Is that the same kind of for a hitter where you're used to seeing your guys? So when you do see some different arms, it's a bit of a jolt, I guess, for the first time in a while?
It's completely different. Like when you have your at-bats in the scrimmage, you're up there and there's not many people in the stands. Everything's relaxed. Like, the guy on the mound, you know what he throws. But when you go out there week 1, it's like your heart's racing. You hear a lot of people yelling. You kind of have an idea. You have a scouting report, but then again, the guys could change, especially earlier in the year. So it's a lot different. You have to really be aware of that.
So when you get to at bat 45 and 145 in the season, it's going to be different than at bat 5. Like you kind of settle into it. I guess.
Kind of. Then it starts to feel kind of like a scrimmage. Like you get in that routine.
Right.
You learn to settle yourself down.
And good weekend in the field as well. I know you got your jersey dirty at least once. I saw one diving catch over the weekend. So how do you feel you played in the field this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I like the way I played. Had the one diving catch. Threw the guy out at home.
Oh, yeah, the hose.
Yeah, but that's something that coming to the fall, I think Coach Godwin met with me in the fall and said, Bryson, you had the worst defensive fall I think you've had since here. And I think that's kind of me losing focus a little bit on the field. The coach we had in the fall, Coach Macias, he sat me down to talk to me. He was like, if you just find a way to focus each play, like you're going to make better plays. And I think it's easier to do opening week. It's easier to come in there and like focus on each pitch because it's the first time you're doing it. But I think, just settling down, focusing on each pitch, allowing me to make those plays.
I guess that's the good thing about Coach Godwin. You're never unsure about what he's thinking. He'll tell you, right?
Yeah. Like he says, he'll walk into his office at any time and he'll tell you exactly where you stand.
That's a good point, though, and it's probably difficult to do, Bryson, to treat each pitch as if it's the most important pitch of a game because you're out there for so long. But I guess it's part of maturing, growing up, and being a complete center fielder.
It's definitely a trained skill. You have to really think, like I said earlier, you have to think about it. If you go out there and just look around, it's easy to like miss a few pitches or not get a good like prep step. But you definitely have to think about it and be aware of it.
And that throw to the plate, just perfect to get the runner out. And you were probably happy that ball was hit to you, right? You were ready to go.
I was definitely ready for it. I mean, we were talking about it before. We knew the situation, like we knew we had to go home with the ball, and I mean, I was ready for the play.
Was not even close. Had him by a few feet, and then unfortunately, I think after that was when CJ. We talked to CJ Mayhew earlier. Had that freak ball go against the backstop, I believe. That was a weird one on Saturday. A lot of emotions, Bryson, and of course, none more than the home run that was not a walk-off home run. So when you go out to a baseball game, you see something different every time you go. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. It went against you guys, but what was that like for you being right there in it?
It was different. I mean, I was in the dugout, and I actually saw the first base umpire like hold his hands up right as the pitcher was like starting his delivery. So I was kind of like, after he hit the ball, like I was excited, but then I was kind of hesitant. I was like, what's really going on? Then they started talking and reversed the call. But that was a tough call, but it's going to happen. I mean, it's baseball, but yeah.
One of those things went against the Pirates this time. Got a lot of publicity out of it. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it was on SportsCenter. Barstool picked it up. John Boy. Are you familiar with John Boy?
I've seen his stuff.
Did you see his breakdown today?
I haven't seen his breakdown now, but I heard that.
Yeah, he's on it. So everybody knows that the Pirates got screwed over the weekend, but East Carolina 0-3 after the start to Bryant. And look, we talk a lot because we focus on ECU. We always see you guys. Sometimes we forget to give the opposing team credit. Let's give Bryant some credit, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're a good ball team.
They definitely are. I mean, I think they outcompeted us this weekend. You can look at their at-bats, their defense, their pitching. They got deep in the counts. They worked our pitchers on the mound. They pounded the strike zone. When we didn't take advantage of their mistakes offensively as well.
And I think we expect, Josh Moylan to hit better moving forward, and yourself and Agnos to put together 3-4 hit games. But I think one positive, Bryson, was these younger guys that you knew that we hadn't seen yet. But Jenkins, Coward, Cunningham's a newcomer to the team. Will Coxon has been around, but these guys we haven't seen on the field a whole lot. McChrystal as well, getting their real taste of ECU baseball and looking the part. And I think moving forward, that's a positive. How about you, the guys that maybe you hadn't been on the field with a lot that stepped up over the weekend?
No, it was awesome to see. I mean, like you said, I was really proud of J-Dub this weekend, the way he came out, or Justin Wilcox, we call him J-Dub.
Yeah.
He come out and caught great, really swung the bat well, and also the guys off the bench, JC, Jacob Jenkins Cowart, he did great this weekend, and it was also good getting we obviously lost the game bad on Friday, but I think it was a good thing to get some younger pitchers out there to get some experience as well.
And the old veteran Jake Kuchmaner looked good out there on Saturday.
He was great. Yeah. It's fun to play defense behind him, especially when he's rolling. He's quick to the plate. He's getting guys out, so that makes it easy to play defense.
He's a lot of fun to watch, too, because he does keep it moving, unlike Bryant's guy on Sunday that actually got a warning. I think there is like a 20-second pitch clock. Is that what it
there's
is?
a 20-second pitch clock. Even if you step off, it doesn't reset. So that's why you see some guys sometimes step off and give a fake throw to a base, even though it doesn't really look like it's much. But I guess the fake throw resets the clock.
Yeah, how much do you guys talk about that when a guy is taking his sweet time when he's throwing over to first? Were you I don't know who the runner was. He kept throwing over.
Yeah, I was at first.
Yeah, you kept diving back into first every play. But do you guys talk about that with coach or with each other? Like, hey, step out, this guy's going to take forever. Is it an adjustment you have to make?
No, it's not really a discussion. I think it's just something that happens on the fly. I mean, once he starts picking over there a few times, you kind of get in the rhythm that he's probably going to have that attention on you. So you just got to know it's going to happen.
So in the field, do you like Jake and the guys who work fast at the plate? Is it the same? You like guys that work fast or guys that take their time? What do you prefer?
I prefer guys that work fast. Yeah. It's easier, like we was talking about earlier, to stay locked in, because if you have that downtime between pitches and when you're taking that full 20 seconds, it's easier to kind of lose that focus and kind of look around the crowd, look away at the dugout or something like that.
Bryson Worrell joining us. Bryson, how much do you look back, whether it be tape, whether it be piecing, breaking down your at-bats? What do you do after a game, after a series like the one this weekend, or do you just kind of move ahead?
Individually, I normally go back and look at my at-bats and kind of learn from them. I look at one bat, say, hey, I did this good, this at-bat, or I did this poorly, this at-bat, and I kind of write it down and just learn from it.
How much over the years have you changed what you do at the plate, whether it be your stance, your front leg kick? Like, how much have you altered that, or how much has it stayed the same during your time here?
I think it's changed every year.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's part of growing up. I mean, you kind of learn what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and I think that takes time. So, as time goes on, you kind of learn what works for you.
And some guys kept it consistent their whole MLB career. I remember Cal Ripken Jr. had 10 stances in his career. He kept changing. So it's really whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah.
Right? How about moving forward? As I told Ryder, my number one piece of advice when you go play at Campbell is stay healthy. It seems like somebody gets hurt every time you guys go to Campbell. How about the turf or what it's like in the outfield? We talked to Ryder about the infield. Is it any different in the outfield from, say, East Carolina?
I think the turf's kind of bouncing. If I remember correctly, it's pretty thick. I think my freshman year, we're playing there, and Dewanye slid headfirst into second. I think that's when he hurt his thumb or something. But it's definitely an adjustment moving from that thick turf from grass.
And they're a pretty good team. You guys have had some good battles with them over the years. And then North Carolina coming up this weekend. And I know you're excited to get a piece of the Tar Heels, right?
Yeah, it's always fun to play North Carolina. I mean, in-state rival. It's going to be a big crowd, so it's going to be fun to play.
Yeah, some good crowds in Chapel Hill, and then should be a great one Sunday here at home when you get them at Clark LeClaire Stadium. So, Bryce, what is the, what's the pep talk going to be like going into Campbell? I mean, Coach Godwin probably doesn't need to say too much after you lose 3, right? So,
there's not going to be much to say. I mean, you go out there, you play your game. I think you can't put too much pressure on ourselves. I mean, even though we're 0-3, we're still a good team, and we just got to go out there and do what we do.
Looking forward to some W's and talking to you again next week, man. Appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate it.
Bryson Worrell joining us today inside the Pirate Radio studios. Love the 50 Cent as well.
Thank you.
So you did you previously have Magic Stick?
Yeah, I had that.
That was fantastic. This year going with PIMP. Probably my favorite.
I had some requests to bring Magic Stick back. So
yeah, I would be.
I have to in the middle of the season or something.
I would be on board. That's a great call there. Throwback. All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Zach Agnos joins us at 5 o'clock. We'll talk to Big Ed Watkins, former Pirate football player, Jackman on the NASCAR circuit, to break down the Daytona 500. That and more on the way. We're back with you after this.
Introducing new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, Classic Cola, Cherry Cola, Citrus Soda, and Orange Soda. You hear that? It's seltzer with a pop of soda, all with zero sugar. Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda, the loudest flavors ever. Pick up some new Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda at your favorite retailer today. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989, and the official beer of the ECU Pirates.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,000 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facilities staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, or go directly to our job postings at bit.ly/PCS employment. That's bit.ly/PCS employment. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student and every staff member every single day.
Uptown Greenville's newest dining experience is open and ready to serve you. The Sidebar, a Tex-Mex fusion restaurant, offers dinner and weekend brunch. Located at 707 Dickinson Avenue, right beside the DAP House, the Sidebar has indoor dining and patio seating for everyone to enjoy. For the latest information on reservations, menu items, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is proud ECU graduate and former baseball player Brandon Manning inviting you to join my team at Farm Bureau Insurance. Right now is a good time to review your coverage with a local trusted agent like me. I will make myself available before or after business hours, and my clients always have my cell phone number if they need anything. From home, auto, or life, give me a call today and let's talk about your insurance coverage and about the Pirates. Call 531-1812 and go Pirates!
University PC Care has been busier than ever repairing personal PC and Mac computers and iPhones during this pandemic. And we thank you for your support. Now, with everyone streaming and doing work from school and home, you may have discovered that your home Wi-Fi just isn't cutting it. It may be time to upgrade your home network, and University PC Care can help. To make a network assessment appointment and discover upgrade options that fit your home, go to talktowilliam.com or learn more at universitypccare.com. If you suffer from allergies, asthma, or any other sinus problems, professional cleaning of your air ducts can help. Carolina Quality Air uses a sanitizer that kills mold in your ductwork and over 100 other viruses, including the coronavirus. And if you get your house ductwork cleaned now, you'll receive a free dryer vent cleaning valued at $150. Carolina Quality Air, family owned and operated right here in Winterville, and the first certified duct cleaning company in Eastern North Carolina. Visit them online today at carolinaqualityair.com.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because sliced to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
Pirate Radio.
It's great to be on. This is an honor. You know, Pirate Radio is kind of a cult following around North Carolina, so I'm excited.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
All right, welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, it is be careful what sources are reporting stuff in the NFL season. Saw some over the weekend that Washington had made an offer to get Deshaun Watson, and then it came out that it wasn't true. But I just saw this, Chandler.
Was that from Adam Shiesty?
It wasn't that. It was from just like a low-level guy trying to get his name out there. And yeah, on that note, this is from Straight Cash Homie. But it's a guy that
sounds reliable.
Source.
Yes,
covers the Vikings for the Viking Age.
Oh, I've seen this news. Does it involve a former Washington Redskin quarterback?
The Panthers have reportedly made a call to the Vikings about it possibly acquiring Kirk Cousins.
Ew.
I don't think there's any truth to it, but
what I've seen, and like I follow a lot of fan accounts on Instagram, and those are kind of hard to, they steal a lot of it, but it's kind of hard to believe the reports that they throw out there, and that was one of them that I saw earlier. But what I heard what I saw was that he did not want to take a pay cut, so they are already done talking with the Panthers.
Kirk Cousins gets paid like a Super Bowl quarterback, and he will continue to do so. All right, Troy D joins us here in the Pirate Radio studios. What's up, Troy?
Good to see you, Clipper. How are you?
Doing great. Got a couple big guests coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. Pirate second baseman / third baseman / shortstop / pitcher Zach Agnos will join us, as well as Big Ed Watkins, retired jackman.
Yeah.
Retired lineman, retired jackman.
And gasman.
And gasman.
Former gasman, too.
That's right. He's a gasman. I've been calling him a jackman.
I think at one time he was a jackman.
Jeff Carr is the jackman.
Yeah, but I think Ed's specialty was gas.
He's gasman. You're right. Yeah. You're right.
It's got that Sonoco fuel stop.
We'll see how he enjoyed the Daytona 500. Usually he's there working at Troy D.
And I want to confirm with him that he actually wasn't there because he claimed he was retiring this year. But who was it? He worked for old coach. Redskins coach
Joe Gibbs.
Joe Gibbs. He worked for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah, well, most recently though he won with Bubba Wallace, didn't he? He's been with everybody.
Yeah, I thought his real close tie-in was with Joe Gibbs, but
it might have been his tie-in. But I'm saying he most recently was with Bubba Wallace because we saw him on Victory Lane.
Yeah, that's right.
What was the race?
That was that's right because that's Michael Jordan's team.
You talking about last year?
Yeah,
Talladega.
You're right. That's a good point.
So, but he's been with Denny Hamlin. He's been with several guys.
Yeah, I don't. I have to ask him if he's been with any of Rick Hendrick's teams.
All right,
I'm just curious.
I don't know how the
dude's like a legend.
You're the NASCAR guy, not me. So I don't really know.
Neither of you are the NASCAR guys.
No, I know.
Yesterday.
We should have let it roll over till next week, but
yeah, because you lost. You can't make up rule changes after.
Neither one of us won, so it should. I know. I'm just kidding.
We have the rules set in place. Don't pull this crap, Troy. Don't pull this crap.
Just seeing if you're listening.
It goes to the.
It goes. Basically, it's not a winner. For us, we have 6 drivers each. Whoever finishes higher.
Now, this might have been the lowest one of our drivers have finished for a win. Ryan Blaney finishing 4th.
God, I've never seen it go that far down.
Kyle Busch, I think, was 6th. But if that race went 1 second longer, Busch would have finished ahead of Blaney.
Yeah.
Because Blaney got, blocked into the wall late,
right.
CJ.
Yeah. And I think Blaney's one of my guys, too.
No, he's not, Troy. I won with Blaney yesterday.
Oh,
how do you do this
I gotta
every
look
year?
At the sheet. I thought I picked Blaney. No wonder. I meant to pick Blaney, and I let you steal him.
That was it. Yeah.
I know I got the Bush brothers. Don't try and take them this year.
I'm not. All right.
Firmly in the Bush camp.
Hey, update on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. How about some President's Day afternoon hockey, Troy D?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a holiday today, does it?
Well, I'm working, so
Me
no.
too.
Canes lead the Flyers 2-1 at the end of 2. So
where's this game at?
In Philadelphia.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
The Buck.
Thank you, Chandler. All right.
I like your shirt, by the way. It looks nice today.
Thank you.
I was talking to Clip.
No, you were talking to me. It's cool.
Look, CJ's the only one that complimented you on your shirt.
Yeah.
When?
Oh.
Twice.
Today? That was the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about today? It's a new day. And this is a sweatshirt, by the way.
Day. Yes, it is.
That's more of a pullover.
It is a pullover. You're right. This is a 3/4 zip pullover.
Are you okay?
No.
You're on to a rocky start.
I know. We just need a do-over.
Yeah.
I knew not to come in early.
Well, you don't really start till 5.
I know. I'm getting my warm-up reps
This
in.
This
5
should
o'clock
be
is
on
when
the air.
Yeah, this is bonus time.
This should be off the air.
Correct.
Warm up.
This is your infield, outfield in
Right.
baseball terms.
Like those night shows like Conan, they have a comedian that comes on to warm up the crowd before he goes on TV.
Correct.
Yeah, we're letting people see the behind the scenes.
This is my warm-up right here. Everybody likes the sausage. Nobody wants to see how the sausage is made.
All right, Redbeard does know NASCAR. He said Michael Jordan's team partners with Joe Gibbs, and I believe Big Ed did work with Hendrick and won a championship.
All right. Thank you, Redbeard.
We'll have to go over the Big Ed resume when we talk to him.
I tell you what, he's got an incredible amount of championship teams he's been on. I mean, it is amazing, like what he's got.
And CJ, and again, I'm on the outside of this, but it does seem like year to year, you see drivers go to a different team, start their own team. Like, how much turnover is there on teams, would you say, annually in NASCAR?
As far as the big names go, you at least see a few every offseason that will change teams or go open up their own team like we saw Denny Hamlin do. I think it was last year, right? Was the first year where he had 2311 with Michael Jordan.
And Keselowski
this year did his own team. Yep. Yeah. And we'll see it again. It doesn't happen every year that somebody starts their own team, but every year we do at least see a couple prominent names switch teams.
And then what does that mean, Troy D, for the Ed Watkins of the world, that they kind of bounce around and follow different drivers, different teams? So,
boy, 150,000 people down at Daytona this year. It's impressive.
Yeah.
The visuals looked good this year.
And they got it ran on a Sunday with good weather, which seems to be rare in the last few years.
Yeah, past 2 years they didn't get it done.
Been a lot
Sunday.
of Monday Daytona 500s or either like midnight finishes. I've seen those before as well. So, all right, we'll talk about that with Big Ed.
Look forward to catching up with him.
Pirate baseball with Zach Agnos. Pirates swept Troy D to start the season.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I was talking with a friend earlier. I've got an analogy for this that I think would be helpful to Pirate Nation if you'll be so kind to let me share that with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you don't want me to, I won't.
Go ahead.
I said,
Okay, I was just checking. All right, here's the deal. This has a lot of similarities to me, the start of baseball season this year. Very similar to the start of ECU football season. If you go back to the start of football season, do you remember how the Pirates started the football season?
0-2.
Tough loss on the road at App State, even though it was neutral site, it was away from home. Even tougher loss at home against South Carolina. And I remember Clip being here, and I remember trying to calm people down, saying, look, this team is a good team They're losing by a small margin. The season is not over. We're only 2, but people were ready to jump off the Green Street Bridge after 2 games.
So are you bringing this up so you can say
I'm
you
just
were right about something?
No, I am trying to draw a correlation here.
Okay.
Stick with me.
I'm with you.
And yes, I was right about.
You're starting to talk a lot
season.
about yourself, though, in this correlation.
That assessment of football was correct. That things did turn around. People were quick to jump all over Holton Ahlers and other folks, but by the end of the season, they couldn't sing his praises enough. And that was my point. Calm down, let the season play out. Things had a way of working out. That's how I feel about ECU baseball. Calm down. It's a longer season than football. We lost a couple of these games by a very small margin. Bryant is probably a better team than most people give them credit for, first of all. We made plenty of unforced errors, mistakes on our own, admittedly so. We also got screwed by an ump, like we're used to in football, usually getting screwed by a ref that cost us the game, which, regardless of what happened this weekend, that terrible call cost them Saturday's game. There's no question about it. No one's even arguing that. But I think East Carolina can have a bounce back just like they did in football, and I think people just need to take a deep breath and relax and say, okay, it wasn't the start that folks that had hoped for, especially the players and coaches, much less the fans, but I do feel that this isn't over. The season's not, there's so much to play for, and this is going to be kind of like the football situation where maybe it gets off on a tough start, but then the turnaround happens. All right. So I'm just saying, remember it happened with football. I do feel that situation could be similar with baseball.
Okay.
That was my analogy.
I think your analogy is going to be spot on.
All right. Thank you, Clip. I appreciate it. It's quite a compliment.
Hopefully that starts tomorrow against the Campbell Fighting Camels.
And that has been a game. Campbell has been the old bugaboo for us, especially on the road. That is not an easy game to bounce back on. But so that'll be a legit win in my book if they can go on the road and beat Campbell midweek, Thursday night, whatever you want to call it. Tuesday night. That's a tough game for us.
All right,
traditionally.
Seymour.
I'm not saying they're in a tough league, but that is a tough game.
Good kids.
They are good kids in Campbell. Bowie's Creek has good kids.
That's right.
So this will be a good time for a bounce back game.
Yeah.
And build some confidence going into Chapel Hill. You got this kind of little bit different setup going to the weekend. 2 games there, 1 game here. So it would be nice to build on that momentum.
Great crowds this weekend, and looking forward to another big one on Sunday when North Carolina is here. That is a 4 o'clock start time for the home game coming up on Sunday. And as you said, Friday, Saturday in Chapel Hill.
Interesting start time for Sunday. I can't remember a 4 o'clock start time Sunday game here in Greenville. But I get, it's giving people time to get there. I think there'll be, and let's see what happens the rest of this week. I think there'll be a great crowd out there Sunday for the Tar Heels. That always brings the fringe fan, folks that aren't maybe even baseball fans, but they want to, if they only come to a couple games a year, these are the type of games they come to. So I think you'll have a huge crowd out there Sunday, and it being later, people can still go to church or do whatever activities they need to get done Sunday, and then by Sunday afternoon, you can get to Clark Leclerc. So I kind of like the start time at 4, actually.
Some positives over the weekend, and we'll discuss those with Zach Agnos. Starting pitching, for the most part, good for East Carolina. It was great to see the old Jake Kuchmaner, Troy, who you know well.
I do know him well.
Big Jake Kuchmaner guy.
Share a similar haircut.
That is true. He looked good. And then on the flip side of that, the youngster, Jake Hunter, looked good on Sunday. So I think from your starting pitching, for the most part, you got some winning pitching. The bats didn't back it up, and then of course Max Stokes at first didn't back it up on Saturday with the Pirates getting hosed there on that one.
Yeah. What did you, when that happened in real time? You were calling the PA that day, right? What did y'all realize what it was right away, or no?
I realized.
I thought the call was. Are they trying to decide whether it's fair or foul? That thing was in. I thought that was what they were meeting on. I had no idea until later.
Yeah.
That the first base guy could even call time. Wasn't even relevant to the play. And
I don't. No, we didn't know right off the bat. I knew that the game wasn't over.
When I saw Bryant's players not exiting the field, I knew something was up, because usually they just run right off the field. and they were just staying put. So,
but that got a lot of national attention.
Yeah, continues to do so.
That play, or terrible call, I should say.
And it wasn't even a call. It's like a freak deal. It's like
it shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, like I was talking to Ryder about it, like the batter was left-handed, so if it was a check swing, it would be the third base ump that would make that call. He was saying, not even the first base guy. So it's not, if it was the main guy behind home plate.
That's where you usually see time calls.
I get it. This guy's not even in the play as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I mean, I guess,
and it seems like the wind-up's already going on. Like, it
was late. You do want all your umpires to be able to see going into every play. I think that is important. But yeah, it was a late call. It was also not very demonstrative. Where again, I think if the first baseman for Bryant doesn't point to him and be like, "Hey, he called time. He called time," then Max Stokes might have just tried to hit and say, "I didn't call anything." Run off the field, ball game's over.
In that John Boy video, he kind of zooms in whenever the first baseman is pretty much snitching.
Yeah.
Hey, and it says that Max Stokes goes, "No, don't, shut up.
Yeah, and then Cliff gets tossed.
But that ball, that pitch could have been a ball. It could have been a pitch of the dirt.
Right, it is,
and that would have meant nothing.
It is literally the worst possible time.
It just so happened to be a
happen.
home run, a walk-off home run for the Pirates.
Yeah.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
And then he got right back up there and almost did it again.
A couple pitches later, almost knocked it out of the park again. Was back to the wall, I think.
And could you imagine being that kid who just rounded the bases, celebrated with his team, and is told to go back in the box and try it again, and almost does. So, it's a tough, like Clip says, it's a freak deal.
AMAC did hit a home run the following inning, but unfortunately the Pirates gave up 2 in the top of the 10th. So they fall by 1 on Saturday, lose on Sunday. And not the start we thought we'd see for ECU baseball.
And then ECU basketball loses a heartbreaker at the buzzer. I know you talked to Dooley earlier, but man, this was a tough weekend. I said it online. Sometimes it's tough being a Pirate.
It was one of those weekends.
Yeah.
That it was. Hoping for a bounce back Tuesday in baseball. And then Wednesday night, Hoops home against South Florida. They just beat them last Thursday. They'll try to do it again coming up in Minges Wednesday night, 7 o'clock.
And only 2 games left, home games in the season. So if you haven't been to ECU basketball and you want to see it, your time is running out. You got Wednesday night and then Saturday is your last opportunity.
Saturday against Tulsa, and they'll wrap up the regular season coming up on the road against Wichita State. The good news is for them, they are home basically for 2 weeks because they have 2 home games and then don't play Wichita until I think the following weekend. So they'll be home for a while.
And I think we'll have to keep an eye on the Joe Dooley watch. You know, what will be the future of Joe Dooley? He's got 1 year remaining on his contract. It's kind of one of those.
Well, that'll be after we win the conference tournament and go to the tournament.
Yes, and then you've got to re-sign him an extension then, right?
Yeah.
And look, anything's possible. It could happen. You just got to get hot at the right time. Pirates have shown they can beat a big name, big brand teams.
After the Wichita State game to wrap up the regular season, Troy D, can you believe the Pirates will only be 10 wins away from cutting down the Nets national title?
I can believe it.
You can believe it.
Well, I think let's just take the tournament. 4 wins to get to the tournament.
Okay, it's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
If they win 4 in a row, their last 4 games in the tournament.
I'm already looking at it.
They're dancing.
I'm going for 10. 10 and you're in.
You're getting greedy. I'm just making the tournament right now. All we got to do is win 4 games in a row.
And you're in.
And they're all on the same court.
Selection Sunday.
They don't even have to go anywhere.
No, just stay right there. Shoot, win, move on.
Where's the tournament again this year?
The Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, old Dickies Arena.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful this time of year.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live on tap. Big Ed Watkins is going to join us, but when we return, we'll talk to Pirate infielder. He plays a lot of positions, pitcher as well. Zach Agnos joins us on the other side. We will recap the weekend, look ahead to Pirate baseball this week. That's on the way on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
In Greenville, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on, like the one who mowed your lawn that week you were sick. Well, here's another good neighbor you can count on, State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer. Timothy and his team are here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance, which can save you money and time. So combine home and auto and start the savings rolling. Call State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer at 493-0002 and start saving today.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of Pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., the Buck features live music every night of the week. Tuesday is karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday is acoustic night. Thursday is the DJ dance party. And Friday and Saturday nights, it's live bands. Check out the Buck's Facebook or Instagram page for more information. The Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll see you at the Buck.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with RentAFishTank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. RentAFishTank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. RentAFishTank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at RentAFishTank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-292-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Flip Brock.
Alrighty, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Been great to catch up with CJ Mayhew, also Ryder Giles, Bryson Worrell, and now another Pirate player joins us in the Pirate Radio studios here on a Monday. Pirate infielder Zach Agnos joins Troy D and I inside the Pirate Radio studios. Zach, great to see you again. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on. It's always the highlight of my Monday.
The highlight of his Monday, he says. And Zach, we call you infielder because you played 3 different positions, right?
Yep, I did.
And batted 3 different spots in the order, I believe.
Yeah, 4, 2, and 1. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The ultimate utility man joining us here today. And Zach, did not go the way you wanted it to go. So after you lose 3 to Bryant, what do you kind of do to reset? What's the conversation like with your teammates? What's the thought here on this Monday?
Just got to flip the page. We've got a good team tomorrow in Campbell, and every time we go down there, it's always a dogfight, and they're going to be ready to kick us in the you-know-what, like they did my freshman year. And, we got to go in there and give them our best shot, too, because we're going to be getting theirs. And if we get caught on our heels again, then it's going to be the same thing that happened this weekend.
How is the mindset of this team right now? Baseball can be a mental game, and a game of momentum too.
Yeah.
You got a lot of younger guys on this team. We were talking about it off the air. That, some of these guys, they're not used to losing. They're coming from high school programs that were successful. This might be the first adversity that they faced in a long time. How do you guys handle that?
Honestly, we've done so much with the mental game. Brian Kane, he's a big name in a lot of sports, and Chris Howell's a Navy SEAL, and they almost predicted it. Like, they said some adversity is going to hit us.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't think adversity was going to hit us this early in the season, but just those younger guys talking to us, just asking us what we've been through, because none of us, Coach Godwin mentioned, none of us have been a part of the 17 season or their whatever season, and but some of us have lost some tough games. Like, we lost games last year against Elon that maybe kept us from hosting a super. But it's the same thing I said. We just tell them to flip the page. Today's a new day. Tomorrow's going to be a new day, and we can't dwell on it, or else it's going to happen again.
Troy, we were here for the 2017 season, and just a weird year top to bottom. And I wanted to get on, and we'll talk tomorrow to Evan Krasinski, who was on that team, suffered some injuries that year, but he has been a part of super regional teams and a team that went through a lot of adversity. So we'll talk to him about that coming up on Tuesday. But Zach, you came in here right when you walked in the door, like, hey, we're about to have a great week of baseball, boys.
Yeah.
I love that. And is that, you think your teammates across the board feel the same way you do? Your confidence level right now? Yeah, definitely. And I was talking to Coach Godwin today, and I think the one thing that I wanted to focus on was making a positive impact on others. And I think just by me and Bryson and Ryder and Cooch and CJ Mayhew, Skyler Bro, all the older guys coming up and coming into the facility today with a smile on their face, listening to music, having a little fun in the locker room, I think that goes a long way with them, and that's something we take pride in, is just giving off positive energy to other people so that they can continue it on.
Well, and I think you're right about, hey, learn from it and then move on. Yeah. You can't dwell on it. And look, you got a big week this week. If you have a bounce back against Campbell on Tuesday, and if you can, huge series against the Tar Heels this weekend, a couple of the games in Chapel Hill, and then the final one here in Greenville. You guys take care of business this week. We're having a totally different conversation this time next week.
Absolutely. Like Clip said earlier, I was excited for this week because I got a good feeling about tomorrow.
Zach Agnos joining us. Zach, we saw you flash the leather at short, played some second, played some third, and as we mentioned, hitting 3 different spots in the order. Had you lead off on Sunday, had a couple of hits just as you did on Saturday. So I know I talked to you, and you said defensively last week, no matter where they put you, you feel comfortable. Is that the same offensively in the lineup? Do you feel different hitting first as opposed to cleanup, things like that?
Not really. The approach is pretty similar, 1 through 9, unless maybe one day I'm not seeing the ball well, it might have me bunt a little bit more, or say I am seeing the ball well, it might have me get my swings off earlier in the count. But no, I feel comfortable anywhere. Like I said, you can put me anywhere in the lineup, anywhere in the field, and I'll do whatever it takes to succeed. So
How much does Coach ask you, like, hey, how are you feeling today before they make the lineup?
He doesn't really ask. He always tells us he looks in our eyes. And you can kind of, Coach Godwin gives you that little glare in the morning. Like Sunday morning, he was giving us some glares and at breakfast just to see if anybody, we call it the glazed over look, like, oh, like I'm tired. So he doesn't really ask. He just looks. And he's pretty good at picking out people with bad body language and people that have the glazed over look.
Good things happen during a game, Zach. Bad things happen during a game. You had an error over the weekend. Ryder had 2, which we hardly ever see. And then we talked to CJ about him throwing one off the backstop. So, like, these things happen. You just kind of move on from them. But I guess the important part is to not let it stick with you, right? Even when you're out there on the field.
Yeah, and you know, looking at the game of baseball, you see the people with the most success. They're so good because they can just move on from pitch to pitch. Like Jacob deGrom, like you only see his good pitches, but when he makes a bad pitch, it looks like if you just put the camera on Jacob deGrom and he makes a bad pitch, it looks the same as if he just threw 101 right by it, dude. If he throws it to the press box, like you will never be able to tell a difference. It's just they're so composed and they can just control their emotions in any situation.
Great crowds over the weekend, Zach, and I know you want to give them some winning performances moving forward, but that had to be fun to play in this weekend.
Yeah, it felt like a regional atmosphere. It sure did. You know, I was getting chills. I try to get. I like how me and Coach Godwin were at third base, trying to get the crowd into it. I don't know if it was Sunday or Saturday, probably both. But no, the fans are awesome, and fans, you guys got to stick with us because I promise you, we're going to figure things out. It's just one weekend. We don't need to hit the panic button. Coach Godwin will get us right, and all the leaders on the team, we're going to get us going.
That call Saturday that took away the walk-off home run, the game winner for the Pirates, it's been getting a lot of attention, as you can imagine, and it's become somewhat of a national story in the baseball world.
Yeah.
What was y'all's reaction when you saw it, when you first heard about it, when y'all were out there celebrating?
Yeah.
You know, the end of the game. Yeah. You had the birdhouse out. You had the hockey stick out for the first time, I think.
I had my cowboy hat on, too.
I mean, it was you had everything rolling. Take us from your perspective. When you first heard, they say, hold on a second.
Yeah.
What was the perspective from your eyes, your ears, and then how did it go from there?
Well, I did see Mac, the first base umpire, put up his hands before the play. So everybody was going out there. I was kind of one of the last guys out of the dugout because and he called time. I'm not arguing that. He did. And I love Mac. Mac's one of the best.
Was it before the wind-up or like as the wind-up was going on?
It was like time wind-up. Like it was like
almost simultaneously?
Almost, yeah. But I think Mac got a little bit before. And so then everybody else was out there, and I didn't want to look like I was selfish and be like the bad teammate. So I went out there and I started celebrating. And then I see Starling knocked off my cowboy hat. I was like, all right, I'm going to put that, because that's kind of expensive. Like, I don't want to spend another whatever amount of money on it. But, and then Coach Godwin started getting into it. And then I don't know if you saw me, but Coach Godwin threw his helmet. Mm-hmm. And then I went and picked up his helmet, handed it to Coach P. And I just said something to him. I was like, Coach, we need you in this game. Don't do anything. Don't do anything. But I think one of the umpires told me he's already gone or something like that.
Right when he threw it, the ump.
Yeah, I think that's a rule. I don't know the rules of coaching, but I guess it's a rule if you throw any piece of your equipment or something, it's automatic.
So you kind of, even before, you kind of had a feeling you knew what it was.
I knew it was going to come back, and it's tough. Terrible because J-Dub's such a good kid, and Justin Wilcoxon, and he's put in a ton of work.
Now, to his credit, he almost hit it out again a couple pitches later.
And I think that's the most impressive thing because, you know, he could be up there and be like, man, I just got a home run taken away from me. Like, my at-bat's over. But instead, he smokes another one. I think it was right in front of the scoreboard that got caught just shy of the track or something. So,
and you're calling the ump by his first name, Max Stokes, because he's done so many ECU games.
Yeah,
he's actually when I'm do PA, he's ran the scoreboard at ECU games before.
He's a Greenville guy.
Yeah,
he's awesome. He's one of my favorite dudes ever. He first thing I saw him this fall, he gave me a big old hug and just said he's sorry to hear about my dad, and he's just a class act. And some fans were going at him as they were leaving, getting the police escort, and I just tried to calm it down a little bit. And Max, he's just, like I said, you can't beat the guy. He's a great guy, and and I'm sure he feels terrible, but he called time, and that's the rule. If he calls and declares it, then it's time.
It's just a freak deal that happened at the worst possible time. Because we were saying, if it happened on a ball or a strike or whatever, no harm, no foul.
Well,
really.
me and CJ were actually talking at the house. If J-Dub hit a ground ball and he called time, and then J-Dub hit a bomb after,
you guys come out on top.
Exactly. Look how
but if like, let's say that pitch was a ball, would the first baseman have said anything and made a big deal about it? It would have just been another play that it probably wouldn't have been
But
called.
Mac probably would have said, I called time. I would imagine. Because the first baseman, I got to give him credit.
Yeah, he
as
was on
Chandler
top of
said, he was snitching. He said, hey, he called time.
He was like, both hands. He was like into it. He's like, yeah, he called time.
You mentioned, so we talked about Jake Agnos, your brother, critiquing you. I'll let you critique your other brother. Is it John, you said?
John.
So he threw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
Was it a little high?
Little high, and he cut it a little bit. I was pretty disappointed because when he used to take me to Long Park, which is our baseball fields back home, and he'd get on me about throwing, and he would be throwing far, and I wouldn't be able to like roll it to him. Like I was throwing as hard as I could, and so he got up there, and it was emotional and stuff. I get it, and I don't know if you saw me, but I went because he was in front of the mound. So that's the only critique I have. I mean, he's still got it in him. He's and he, John's big into working out.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
And he was complaining. He's like, "Oh, my back is straight." I was like, "John, come on, dude." But no, he still had a little bit of gas on the fastball, so I was pretty happy with that. I just wish it was on the mound.
Pretty cool moment there before the game on Friday, and I did reference it. Unfortunately, the first time I saw the Nico patch was during the Carson Wisenhunt news that came out. So I'm like you, Zach. I try to be positive, bright side guy. Hey, that's terrible news, but man, that Nico patch on the head is sharp. But
it's awesome.
That's really cool that the team's doing that this year, and looks really good.
Yeah, it means a lot to us and my family, and I don't think in a million years my dad would ever think he'd be a staple in ECU baseball, and so I know he's got a big smile on his face.
That's awesome.
Speaking of Carson, have you talked to him lately? And is he traveling with the team for these games, or I know he's not playing right now.
Yeah,
I just didn't know how much involvement he can have until then.
We're not sure either. Honestly, I don't really know what's going on. So all I know is the violation, team rule. Coach Godwin said he's handling it. I've just checked up to see if he's doing okay, and he seems to be okay, and so that's honestly all I know.
And I would like to say too, as folks know, he is one of our Pirate Radio athletes too. So I talked to Carson over the weekend, and he is going to once everything gets worked out, get back in the swing of things with us too. So until then, we've kind of put that on hiatus, and when he rejoins the team, then we'll get things back in gear here. But wanted to address that too for folks wondering, well, where's Carson today? That's going to be put on hold until they get everything worked out.
Awesome.
I'm hoping to see his left arm back, but the old man still has something in him. Jake Kuchmaner looked good on Saturday, Zach. And then the young kid, Jake Hunter, on Sunday. We've talked about it, but that's got to be a positive moving forward, something to build on. The starting pitching for you guys looked pretty good over the weekend.
Yeah, even Saylor. I thought Saylor did great. I thought he... I listened to AK earlier, and he said he didn't have his stuff. Well, if he didn't have his stuff and he gives us a chance to win like that, I think we'll be in really good shape. Kuchmaner looked awesome. He's been doing it all fall, all spring before the season. And, that's just one guy that you want to go. Like, I want that dude to succeed so bad just because of the way he goes about his business. Every single day he comes in the field, he cooks his own meals, he meal preps, he does everything. And like people like me, I go to McDonald's. No, I don't go to. I'll go to Chick-fil-A before practice. Like I'll eat unhealthy, but he does.
You can eat healthy at Chick-fil-A.
You can, but I don't. I choose the fried.
They use good oil there.
Yeah, they do. But and then Jake Hunter too. Like I said, I mean, that was one of the guys I mentioned last week that pitched really well.
Yeah, you guys were calling his name last week for good reason.
And and he's just a guy like I love the kid to death. He's an awesome kid. Like another guy, he just goes about his business in the right way. He doesn't step out of line. Like he does the extra stuff, and he's the guy that I really, really pull for. And I'm not saying I don't really pull for anybody, but he's one of those guys like he's easy to pull for because it's just the way he goes about everything.
Ellerby was joking with me earlier. He's like, Cooch Maynard's one of the few guys at ECU that's been at ECU longer than my career even went. And that is quite an accomplishment, and that's a fact. He has eclipsed even my time.
Speaking of which, I guess it was Tyler Smith, but Cooch Maynard has a bit of a hold on the birdhouse. What's the hockey stick deal? CJ didn't know.
They walked in and they were just gripping it, and a couple guys played hockey, so I think Ben Newton gripped it and put some tape on it. But I was like, what the heck is this? And Smitty told me last year, he said, don't let go of the birdhouse. So I'm trying to keep the birdhouse alive because I think it's awesome celebration. And they did the hockey stick. I said, what are we going to do with it? They're like, well, I don't know. We're just going to throw it at you, do something funny. I was like, well, we're not on ice. We can't do the thing where they're skating and they like ride the stick. Like, you know what I'm talking about, where they put them between the legs and they crouch and they just keep going. Like, I don't know what to do. I can't do the whatever they do where they drag their hand across the ice and throw the ice up or whatever.
Maybe we could do like a ride it like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be. Yeah.
Right now, you're just kind of sticking in the air.
We're just hoping we get to break it out a lot more.
Seriously.
And what's the deal with the cowboy hat? I missed that, unfortunately.
I wore the cowboy hat Saturday and Sunday. Try to just cheer everybody up after Friday. And I walked in the dugout after an inning when we were in the field, and I see Jacob Starling wearing my cowboy hat, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I just grabbed it. I was like, all right, sweet, awesome. I don't know.
You never know what can become a thing, right?
Clip, we've got some of the best props right now.
Yeah,
so we're
prop
set up
game strong.
We're set up for success here.
Yeah, we need to break them out, like you said. We need to break them out a little more.
We'll see if that happens coming up Tuesday. Another trip to Campbell. I've talked to your teammates about the turf and everything, Zach. What's different about that? Any effect on your game at all?
I mean, no. The only effect would be that how quick the infield plays, but I still think our infield it plays really fast. It almost plays like a turf field. If anything, I think it will help us because it's all turf, and when you run, you're not going to get the dirt. You're not going to get the little holes and mini craters in the ground, so the ball can't catch that and hop up. It's just going to stay down. So,
and hopefully we've talked about Dewanye, his injuries there. One was sliding, but now you guys wear those giant foam finger oven mitt things.
Yeah,
that I still don't know how they're legal because it adds like an extra 3 inches.
You think it does, but it's like snug. Like my fingers are jammed in there. It's like almost bending back or forward a little bit.
But there's something hanging off the end of it.
Hey, I mean,
I'm like an old man when it comes to. I don't like them, Zach. That's not my baseball.
I think
I just do it to protect this hand. So if I slide it,
no doubt, I understand fingers. So, but you got those now, so hopefully that'll keep away the injuries there
for sure.
But as you said, all about Campbell. They've had your number in the past. You've got them back before, and then North Carolina coming up. It really is an exciting week of baseball against these in-state opponents.
Mm-hmm. We're real excited. We're trying not to look too far ahead.
Yeah.
I think that might have been an issue last week too. I think we're like, it's opening weekend. Like this place is going to be packed. Like let's go. But no, it's exciting. I got a great feeling. The guys are ready to go, and we're ready to get rolling.
And I feel, at least fans-wise, the fans I talk to, people are like, oh, Bryant, no one's ever heard of them. This is going to be easy. I will say this. They're a lot better than I think most people give them credit for.
Bryant.
I'm not saying we overlooked them as a team, but I think our fans were a little shocked at how good they were.
Well, Bryant always makes a regional. I don't know if you guys done your research or what, but I always have seen Bryant, and they've always been able to hit. And one guy I played with this summer who unfortunately hurt his arm and he wasn't down here. He was telling me that he's like, dude, we're pretty good. I was like, dude, I know you're good because I followed you guys, and you guys have made a regional the past however many years, or you maybe missed one there, but you have been consistent. They were in the regional at UVA. I think, were they a 2 or 3 seed?
They were the 2, and we were the 3 that year.
Yeah, right. So they're well coached. They got a great program, and and they can just flat out hit.
I was amazed to see East Carolina stayed, what was it, at least Baseball America?
Yeah, a lot of respect.
Number 25, even after losing 3 straight, Pirates still, which is very unusual for East Carolina. Usually the polls are not kind to East Carolina. To show the Pirates stayed in the top 25, I thought that was an incredible amount of respect for the program. Maybe a sign of them also a nod to Brian and how good they were.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know that. But I think I think when I was at LIF, someone sent a picture in my family GM of something, and I don't know. I saw his rankings. I didn't click on the picture because I tried to get off social media to try not to fall into that trap of,
there you go.
like all of the fans on Twitter. Because I did go on it after Friday, and it was like, what's going on with these guys? I was like, all right, I'm off. I'm shutting it off. Like, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it. Like, Bryant was a good club, like hands down.
Zach, talked to some of your teammates about this today. We know that Jake Agnos probably helped you get to ECU, and you wanted to come here. Was there any thought of going somewhere else to another program? Who was looking at you?
Yeah, I mean, I actually had quite a bit. I don't mean to be cocky, but I had quite a bit. Yeah, I was a little different than Jake. Jake came here and was like, "Oh, I love this place. I'm coming here." I came here. I was like, "I love this place, but I want to see what else there is."
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had a lot of ACC, SEC, Carolina, Clemson's, but just nothing matched this place. And I remember when I first got recruited, it was by James Madison. As soon as that happened, word got to Coach Palumbo, and then Coach Palumbo told Jake a little loophole in the NCAA rules. And so then I started calling Coach Palumbo, and yeah, it just went from there. But, like I said, no place matched up like this. And I went to a couple other schools. I'm not going to name them, but people were getting fights at practice. Nobody was saying anything to the players. Like, just not a lot of accountability in other programs like we have here. So,
yeah, that's high praise for this program. And how Cliff Godwin runs it, did Cliff give it to you guys too bad after yesterday? Or
no, he really, and he was honest with us. And that's the one thing that I respect about Coach Godwin the most, is how honest he is with us. And he told all of us that, plain and simple, we just need to look in the mirror, like, because too many guys are worrying about themselves, too many guys are feeling sorry for themselves. And he didn't lay into us. He didn't, I mean, sure, after Friday he said something because we played like we were soft. Like, we didn't play like we were ECU baseball players. We played like we were princesses in 4th grade. But he did not give it to us because I think he realizes that he's very good at knowing what to say, when to say it. And I think that what he said to us about looking at ourselves in the mirror really hit home for us. And I honestly think a lot of us did, because I got a few texts last night from some players. I texted some players, and I had a meeting with Coach Godwin. And so I really think that he's really, really good at knowing what to say, when to say it.
Good stuff. Zach Agnos joining us today. Zach, good luck tomorrow, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. The weekend, and we'll catch up with you again next Monday.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Zach. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Had some fun.
And you can check out Zach's cool shirt, too, if you want to.
Yeah, we'll give you a plug there.
Yeah, it's a great design on the back.
You got another NIL deal. So you got an NIL deal real quick with Barstool Sports, where they're doing some Zach Agnos gear.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah,
so
it's pretty sweet.
Fans can get their own. It's kind of a custom deal. Almost kind of has a little Grateful Dead feel to the back.
Got the pirate hat Barstool logo.
My mom's a little upset. She said she didn't want skeletons. She don't like skeletons. So I said, sorry, Mom, you're going to have to put up with it. And then next thing you know, I look up in the stands I look up in the stands Saturday, and she's wearing I got a hoodie of this too, and she's wearing the hoodie. I was like, really, Mom? And then my brother, John, he's wearing this one.
There you go.
I'm like, geez. And then my girlfriend's taking my shirt. I was like, come on.
Good stuff. I like it. All right. We'll talk to you next week, man.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Let's take a time out. We'll come back. Troy, we're going to hook up with Ed Watkins.
Yeah, we'll give Big Ed a call out of Charlotte, North Carolina, coming up in just a minute.
Good deal. We'll be back with more on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday after this.
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
Have you stopped doing your favorite activity due to chronic aches and pains? Let Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab help. They provide regenerative injection therapy that can help with osteoarthritis, joint pain, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab will help you get back into the groove. Eastern Physical Medicine and Rehab, 2245 Stantonsburg Road, across from the hospital. Call 215-9294 for an appointment today.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. We all know UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston will exit the AAC, most likely after next year. How have the Pirates fared against these three? We'll crunch the numbers next.
I'm Clip Brock.
I'm Chandler Honeycutt.
I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Join us every weekday from 3 to 6 for Pirate Radio Live.
We'll keep you up to date on everything going on with ECU Athletics and make you a winner each and every day when we open up the Pirate Radio Booty Bag.
You can hear the show streaming online, on radio, and on social. Catch us weekdays on Pirate Radio Live from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
ECU, along with UCF, UC, and Houston, came into the AAC in 2014. Let's look at ECU's football record in conference play against these three. ECU is 1-7 versus UCF, 1-7 versus Cincinnati, and 0-3 versus Houston. The combined record against the departing three is 2-17 on the gridiron. Now let's take a look at basketball. ECU is 2-10 versus Houston, 3-13 versus UCF, and 2-10 versus Cincinnati, for a combined record of 7-33. ECU should be more competitive against the likes of UTSA, North Texas, Rice, UAB, FAU, and Charlotte. There will be 4 schools in Texas and just 5 of the 14 members in the Eastern time zone. Come on back again next time and we'll visit Inside the Booth.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Pirate Radio.
We have a standard for the way you're going to play, and we're going to start making sure that we point out those that are meeting the standard, and everybody else has to rise to that. You have to. There is no choice. You have to rise to the standard, because the standard is what wins.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the show. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories, and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now, let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Flip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday coming up at the end of this segment. Stay tuned. We will make you a winner. Open up the booty bag today. Do you got something for us, Chandler? We'll figure something out to give away.
You can always do Domino's Pizza.
All right.
How about why don't we do a Domino's pizza today?
Free large, 2 topping.
Yeah, that's
All right,
I
sounds good.
love those.
Coming your way at the end of the segment. Let's talk a little NASCAR, Troy D. Daytona 500. Wrapping up on Sunday. Austin Cindric, a young gun, winning the race. And
I had to do a double take. I was like, who?
Yeah, I remember. I know his name from Xfinity and coming up, but we'll talk to a guy that was in it for a long, long time. Former Pirate football player, former gas man on the NASCAR circuit. Big Ed Watkins joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Ed, welcome back to Pirate Radio. How you doing, man?
Hey, guys. Happy Monday. How's everybody today?
Doing great.
Good. Hey, did you really retire, Ed, or were you still down? I kept thinking Joe Gibbs is going to call you. You're not going to be able to say no. You're going to get on the jet Saturday night and still be there. Did you get the call?
You were reading my mind. I turned my phone off on Friday, and we were so busy selling boats at Ed Watkins Marine, I couldn't even come up for air. So that was a good thing. That was the only way I could get 25 and done was I turned that phone off and not accepting any new phone calls.
Because they're
good.
If you wanted to, they'd still
yesterday, not in Daytona Beach.
They'd still have you on Pit Road. I know.
You wouldn't believe the countless messages and text messages and everything I was getting yesterday. It was like, how can this happen? But golly, what a run! 25 years, and I'm telling you, that's not easy. That's 25 hard, grueling, travel intensive, pressure cooking, top running, fully funded championship caliber teams for 25 years.
Also,
was not a cakewalk.
Yeah, very physically demanding 25 years for what you did on pit road, whether it was as the jack man or as the gas man. Not an easy job physically. What we were talking earlier, I've lost track of how many championship teams you've been on over the past 25 years. Give us, and I know you're not one to toot your own horn and pat yourself on the back, but while we're talking about it, give us the record count for you.
Absolutely. It's just, God, it seems just like yesterday when I was going from Greenville, North Carolina, from ECU, driving to Concord, North Carolina, and beating on the doors from race shop to race shop in the late 90s. But I guess if you can put your head down and dig season after season after season, put yourself with the best race teams and just execute and focus and stay on your game, you're able to put a good tally together. So after 25 years, 25 seasons, we got 54 Cup wins, 3 championships, 3 Daytona 500s. Got to be able to work with some incredible people, from Michael Jordan to Coach Joe Gibbs to Ray Evernham, Rick Hendrick. List goes on and on. Look at the guys. Look at the caliber of people that are out there. Your Roger Penske's got to meet quite a few presidents out there. It was a good run. And the whole year, all those 25 seasons, I always had the purple and gold ear molds in my head. So,
That's awesome.
Had your helmet and everything, and your fire suit. And every year when ear molds were done, I always had a purple right ear and a gold left ear for my ear molds for my helmet.
That is fantastic. And Ed, as you know, man, there's on any given Sunday, what is it, around 43 teams that race? How many are usually?
Correct. 43 car field. It's been back down a little bit the past few years, but yeah, you're right, 43 cars.
But only one gets to go to victory lane. And for you to be able to do that with teams you've been involved with that many times is really remarkable. And I'm sure that feeling never gets old. What's it like when you get up there on victory lane with the winning team?
Yeah, it's a huge relief. You're bulletproof. You're 10 feet tall. You're bulletproof. You're on every sports bars, TV in the world, in America, is not the world. You're seeing. For me, some of the highlights was on Sunday as the jet and the flyover, the national anthem. And then all of a sudden, here comes Coach Gibbs with, coming in for his team prayer right before the cars start heading down pit road. And, you huddle up for Coach Gibbs, and here comes that hand in with, a Super Bowl ring right in the middle. And I think I've told this story so many times. It's funny. You never put your hand on top because that's where Coach Gibbs' hand comes in. With that big 10-pound Super Bowl ring, you get crushed every time. So you try to get your hand in there very quick and be the cushion in the center, so you never get the huge abrasion of the diamonds in the Super Bowl ring. But you golly, just looking at that, it just brings goosebumps to me thinking about it.
So, Ed, we talked to a lot of former players and coaches and asked them when they get out of it, what's it like? What do you miss? How about you? Was it difficult for you to watch yesterday, or were you kick back, relaxing? What was it like for you to be away from the track and watching on TV?
Yeah, it was great. Kick back, relax. Loved every bit of it. Really, pulling from my former teammates and my former friends. I guess if you do something and you do it to the very best of your ability and you give it all you've got, and you know that you basically used up your fuel tank and your fuel reserve tank and every part's in between and didn't leave anything out, I guess there's nothing to look back on. In 25 years, that was what I did, was gave it my all. Set myself up for Chapter 2, which is Ed Watkins Marine, and that's what's making me happy now, is meeting customers, selling boats, and growing a business. It's a perfect transition.
If you're just tuning in, we're talking to Big Ed Watkins, one of our favorite people, former ECU football player. And if they had a Hall of Fame for pit crew guys, and hell, they might, Ed, I don't know. You're definitely first ballot Hall of Famer for pit road, as far as I'm concerned. I hate that you're not there anymore, but I know how awesome of a job you're doing at Ed Watkins Marine and what a passion that is for you there. And just as a free plug, hey, look, you'll deliver anywhere. Folks listening to us, there's a lot of waterways in eastern North Carolina, and one of Ed's favorite things to do is to deliver a boat anywhere in eastern North Carolina, so they can go online and check out the inventory. It'll bring it to you personally, if that's your wish. But Ed, one of the good things about you not on pit road this year is you can actually come to an ECU football game. So one of my favorite tailgates is when you brought all the guys to our tailgate zone, and we hung out. It was a couple years ago, but man, we had a blast. And you had the whole pit crew with you that year. It might have been Denny Hamlin's team, but I want to see you up here in Greenville. We got a big game. I'm hearing for the first game of the year. A little team called NC State's coming to town, so maybe you can arrange that on your schedule.
Let's consider it done. The guys that have come with me in the years, golly, think about it, Troy. For 25 years, I've been bringing. When I was with Jeff Gordon, when I was with Casey Kane, when I was with Kyle Larson,
Martin Truex Jr.
Yep, Denny Hamlin. I've been bringing my teammates with me for those Thursday night games because, of course, we're at the racetrack on the weekend.
Yeah,
everybody falls in love with you guys. They think Pirate Radio is the greatest thing ever, which it is, and they think Pirate football is the absolute greatest thing ever, which it is. So it's a great combination with what you guys do and ECU football, and I'm telling you, ECU football and Pirate Radio, they go together like peas and carrots. It's a great combination. So I'm certainly looking forward to that because I finished up with football. I went right into the NASCAR stuff. I never had a chance for any Saturday home games, and to start the season off, that ECU starting off with that little team out of Raleigh, North Carolina, in Greenville is going to be just absolutely awesome. You're talking about energy, excitement, purple and gold. Just puts goosebumps down my neck thinking about what is that, September 3rd, I believe, is kickoff.
Yep.
Game day on that. So it as well as a lot of Pirate fans have that circled, and I'm looking forward to it. Let's make that happen. Let's make that the best Pirate Radio pregame kickoff tailgate party that Greenville, North Carolina has ever seen.
All right, Ed. We'll roll out the purple carpet for you. Thank you for the kind words. That's a great promo if I've ever heard it, guys. Make sure we note that. I couldn't give you a script any better, Ed, to cut a promo for us, but that's awesome stuff. And you're right, it was always a Thursday night game because you guys had to work every weekend. But the guys, man, we had so much fun with all those guys, and obviously a lot of them will have to work on that Saturday, but anybody that wants to come with you is welcome out of Charlotte.
Well, you think about the guys that came with me, and you're talking, the way NASCAR is, the way the recruiting process is, they're bringing in guys from the NFL. Guys from the NFL have come with me to ECU games, top tier SEC ball players. I had some guys from South Carolina, from Florida, from Nebraska, from NC State, from App State, Alabama. The list goes on, and it's funny. You got somebody that's comes from those top-tier programs and how they just come into Greenville and just fall in love with the program. It says a lot. ECU's got a very special program, awesome coach, and I'm telling you, Pirate Radio just makes Pirate football. It's a great combination.
God bless you, Ed. How's the transition going with your own shop now with Ed Watkins Marine outside of Charlotte? I believe, is it in Denver? Where are you guys located?
We are Denver, North Carolina, which is Lake Norman. And you're right. You kind of introduced me as we will deliver a boat. And Ed Watkins Marine. We can talk about Pirate football, a combination between Pirate football and Pirate Radio. But Ed Watkins Marine's honor and privilege to be a very loyal supporter of Pirate Radio. And I can't thank you guys enough, Troy. We've had the honor and privilege of delivering quite a few boats to Eastern North Carolina. A lot of the valuable listeners of Pirate Radio have taken us up on that, and I want to keep growing that because there's nothing that delights me more than personally delivering one of our boats from Ed Watkins Marine to Eastern North Carolina and just have that big old hug and everybody says go Pirates. So it is awesome, but we're growing like gangbusters. We've got the best center consoles, offshore center consoles, bay boats, deck boats, bass boats, pontoon boats, you name it boat, we've got it. And we just picked up a new line of side-by-side UTVs as well. So we're coming along pretty well, and just absolutely, Coach Houston, it's all about the team. Well, here at the dealership at Ed Watkins Marine, it's all about the team. We got an awesome group of technicians, team members, teammates, team associates, just across the board. I can't be more proud and humble of the group that we've been able to assemble here.
Well, I know your culture was always awesome with the NASCAR teams you were involved with, so I know your business culture is probably just as excellent. So I hear nothing but good things about you guys. And hey, look, Ed's going to come down for that game. Let's have him bring a trailer with a boat down with him. So he'll bring one. Let's kill two birds with one stone, Ed. We'll make a delivery that first weekend in September while you're coming down here this way anyway. Folks want to get on edwatkinsmarine.com. They can see your entire selection.
Well, I tell you, I've kind of planned on that because it's just nothing better than tailgating, boats, and good times. And I'm going to bring, let's bring an ECU friends and family priced boat. It could go ahead and pre-sell right now and get money on it. And, that'll be our Pirate Game Day ECU NC State 2022 boat that we'll make a special deal with for Pirate Game Day for the NC State game. And man, let's keep that trend going. I'll bring a boat every home game to have a special promo with. I
love it.
That's a great idea.
All right. Well, we'll anyone that wants to take Ed up on that, we'll get them in contact with you, and we'll do that for sure. But doing a great job, Ed. We love what you do down there. Thanks for your support of the Pirate program as always, and we look forward to seeing you down here this fall a little bit more often now.
Absolutely, guys. I appreciate it very much. It's going to be a great year. Pirate football is just growing and maturing that much more, and really looking forward to seeing that energy and that excitement and that purple haze come game day at Ficklin Stadium.
Thanks, Ed. Keep up the great work, man.
Go Pirates. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Ed. There's Big Ed Watkins joining us today here on Pirate Radio Live. Chandler, let's get a break in as we do. Let's make somebody a winner. Open up the Pirate Radio booty bag.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, let's do caller 8 right now, 317-1250. You can be a winner of a large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. They can be yours right now, 317-1250. We're back with more after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. But the good news is, you know, we're getting vehicles from the factory every single week. So what the customer can do is come in, get an appraisal on their trade-in if they have one. They can pick a vehicle that's incoming and actually kind of build it how they want. And then when it gets here in the next 6 to 8 weeks, they're actually taking delivery of a new vehicle.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above. Alone, chicken, onions, peppers, and cheese have potential. Together, they have a purpose, a destiny, and a name. Jersey Mike's number 16 Chicken Philly. Because grilled to order makes a sub above.
At US Cellular, we know you have a choice of wireless carriers. And while the other guys may limit your choice of free phones, at US Cellular, you can choose any phone from any brand for free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month with 4 lines. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Greenville, Bagel Man here with some exciting news. We are now open for dinner. This is the first time ever for dinner in our 33 years. Our entire menu is available, plus some new sandwiches like the roast beef cheddar, the Italian sub, and the meatball parm. You can also get French fries and home fries as a side for any of your sandwiches. Order online for pickup or delivery, and don't forget about our great catering. We're available 7 days a week. We can deliver or you can pick it up. Bagel Man here.
We have some exciting news at Angel Oak Home Loans. This is Talbot Green, and I would like to introduce you to the newest member of our team, Braxton Green. I've known Braxton his entire life because he's my nephew. He is also a recent ECU graduate and has lived in Eastern North Carolina his entire life.
This is Braxton Green, and I'm looking forward to working with you with your next home loan or refinance. Give us a call at Angel Oak Home Loans today at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to the program. Congratulations to Chad Carwayne of Greenville, the winner of the large 2-topping pizza from Domino's. Domino's of Greenville has 3 locations to take care of you. Every day, all 3 topping pizzas are only $7.99 each for carry-out only. Order online today at Domino's.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, update on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Up. The Hurricanes and Flyers are playing an afternoon Monday hockey game, and they are in overtime 3-3 in OT. Troy, great catching up with our Pirate Radio athletes today, including Ryder Giles, Bryson Worrell, Zach Agnos, and CJ Mayhew. Sounds like they're in a good headspace anyway to kind of get this thing on track here after a rough opening week.
Absolutely. Class act guys. And look, they're still college students. You know, it's still, I think they're very mature for their age, the way they're handling this.
Yeah.
And, you know, listen, as I said, in case you missed my analogy earlier in the show, I think it
definitely should be restated.
Yeah, I think this is very similar to ECU football, where I was like, when the Pirates started 0-2, I was like saying, hey, look, let's calm down.
You were right.
Catch your breath.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be, more season here, and the ECU's like these losses at least South Carolina was a very thin margin. And let's just see how the rest of the season goes. Let's not, judge the whole season by one series here. And I think by the time 50 games from now, you may look back at this as, oh, okay, well, that was a little bump in the road to start. But look how good East Carolina's doing now. So, this will be something hopefully you can go back and look at and say, well, that was a character building moment for this team. And brighter days are definitely ahead. So let's just, give them some grace. Let's give them an opportunity to get things fixed and to turn it around.
And just like those baseball players, the football players, even down 0-2 in their first 2 games of the season, had a good mind space.
Yes.
I feel like, and had a good attitude coming in here every Monday.
Agree 100%, Chandler.
And there was even some more tough losses after that 0-2 start, obviously. But just like the baseball players, they are very mature and are ready to get back on track.
Yeah. Now, is it a lot more fun, Clip, talking to these guys after big wins? Sure. But, we said there's going to be bumps in the road. So I just, a lot of folks didn't think bumps would be this soon. But, hey, sometimes it is, things happen.
All right. I agree with you.
Okay.
I'm with you. I'm on board. Ryder Giles said today, I think off the air, he said, once you get one win, they start piling up.
Yeah.
So let's get that first one Tuesday, and then start stacking them.
Yep.
And get back to in the win column. All right, Hurricanes win, Chandler, on your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard update presented by the Buck.
The Buck.
They win it in overtime, 4-3 over the Flyers. Let's take our final timeout. We'll come back, wrap up Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Back with you after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations. In Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom with Team Coop Strong. We want to invite you to the Coop Strong race on March 19th. This unique race has a 4-mile course, a ruck division, and an awesome after party. Proceeds support the local nonprofit Coop Strong, which provides financial support for those fighting ALS, scholarships in memory of Dr. Nelson Cooper, and funding for ALS research. You can sign up at runtheeast.com and follow Coop Strong on Facebook for all of the details. As always, we appreciate your support, and go Pirates!
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Papa John's just took their fresh, never frozen dough and hand stretched it New York style. So you can fold it or not. Hang on, I know, I fold it. Get a New York style pizza from Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the new Papa John's New York style pizza is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
We're going to be bigger, faster, stronger, and older. That's always a good combination.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right, time to wrap up the show. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now, let's head back into the show. Here's your host, Cliff Rock.
Good news, Chandler. That's your last ad read until Shirley's back.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'd say he's doing good. Shirley stumbles plenty.
It happens, man.
Yeah, you did good. And here's a freebie for Ortho East. Troy D approved. I had a unscheduled visit to Ortho East last week, guys.
For your shoulder?
I did. Yep. Feel like a new person.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they are. Oh my God, they're like miracle workers over there. So, I had a little situation with my shoulders, you guys know.
Near-death experience.
Yes, and it wasn't getting any better. So a friend of mine that's a physical therapist said, you probably need to take a little advanced look at this. So I got in over at Ortho East. They could not have been any more professional, could not have been any more friendly. I don't even think it could have been any quicker. And took a little, in my situation, took a injection into the shoulder clip. I'm not a big shot guy, but this was a cortisone shot that I took into the shoulder, and it makes me feel full range of motion.
All right. Good to hear.
Thank you to my friends at Ortho East.
Great plug.
Yeah.
Coming up.
They're as good as advertised, let me say that.
Coming up Tuesday on Pirate Radio Live, former ECU lefty Evan Krasinski will join us. We'll talk about what he's up to in his baseball career. Also, Kim McNeil, ECU women's basketball teams won 3 out of their last 4. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more coming up Tuesday at 3 o'clock here on Pirate Radio Live. Troy will talk to you again on Thursday.
Cliff enjoyed it. See you then.
And Chan, man, great work. CJ, fantastic job. Shirley Rhodes will be back coming up Tuesday at 3 as well. We'll talk to you then on Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM